for Walk Fit, brought to you by Phase 4 Orthotics.
He's going to try and score from third. Here comes the throw. What the heck? The catcher and the umpire are missing, and so is home plate.
Talk about stealing home. Pizza Pan's home plate pizza tastes great.
You know, eating this home plate pizza is like hitting a home run every time.
And that home plate pizza is gone.
Pizza Pan Pizza uses fresh dough, homemade sauce, 100% provolone cheese, and the finest toppings. Call or go online now to get yours.
As we feed the people from coast to coast, there's no plate like home.
The problem.
I need a good car and help getting financing, but I am so tired of getting the runaround. I don't even know where to begin.
JD to the rescue.
The solution is JD Byrider. Simply apply online at gojdb.com. 3 easy steps and hit submit. We'll make an appointment to prepare your personal budget and work out an affordable payment. You may be driving the same day you apply. Good cars for people who need credit. Go jdb.com and you're good to go.
Go JD! Go JD!
A disabled man is killed in a house fire. His mother is set to face trial today, suspected of starting that blaze.
Several kids make a 911 call about a boy who'd been shot, but it turned out to be a prank. And those involved end up in the back of a police car.
And we could be in for a real mix in the forecast. Some storms could be on the way, leading up to a wonderful weekend. Fox 8 News at 5 o'clock starts right now. And it's the dawn of yet another wonderful day on the shores of Northeast Ohio. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Fox 8 News at 5 o'clock in the morning. A marvelous Monday morning. What day is it, by the way?
16th
day of July 2007. It's 5 o'clock. My name is Wayne Dawson.
I'm Tracy McCole. I want to thank you so much for getting your week started with us. We will get to all the day's news in just a moment, but first we want to get right to Scott. Not a bad weekend.
It was a really nice weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, had a little bit of light rain late Saturday and early Sunday morning. Just kind of wet the pavement a little bit. Maybe your deck was a little wet, but that was it. Could use a whole lot more rain. I think we'll get it. Today is a dry day. Temperatures 57 at Cleveland, 48 in Ashtabula right now. And notice some clouds trying to move in from the north. What will happen today? We're still going to be under the influence of nice dry weather, nice and cool this morning. But eventually we are going to see another system try to get in here late tonight and into tomorrow. This one can hang around for a while. We're hoping. We're going to be as optimistic as possible and try to continue the chance of some thunderstorms for at least more than one day. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. So this is going to be hopefully an unsettled week. We'll see how it goes. Pat Brady, and now with a look at traffic as of 5 o'clock. Pat.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Well, we're off to a quiet start this Monday morning. First work day of the week for most folks. I came inbound on the East Shoreway a couple of minutes ago and didn't find any problems or delays whatsoever. And the West Shoreway looks identical to that. So we'll take a Fox flight. We'll do it over on 480. For those of you who are going to be traveling anywhere between Great Northern and 71, or perhaps even continuing from there anywhere over towards 271, you're going to find volume to be extremely light and no delays whatsoever. Wayne and Tracy, back to you.
Pat, thank you. In the news this morning, a mother accused of killing her own son goes on trial today.
Now, investigators believe Lisa Henry set a fire before trying to kill herself last September. Her husband, John, found her in a bathtub with cut wrists and a suicide note beside her. He rescued their 3 young grandchildren but couldn't reach his son, Mike. 25-year-old had cerebral palsy and had to be confined to a wheelchair. She may have been despondent over her mother's recent death. Her father told Fox 8 that he did not know that she was so distraught. And we can't tell you that Lisa Henry will face charges of murder and arson, and everyone we talked to about what a wonderful and devoted mother she was. That's what they're saying about her.
And just a few hours from now, Donna Munda will learn her punishment for her role in the murder of her wealthy husband on the Ohio Turnpike. The 48-year-old woman will be sentenced in U.S. District Court down in Akron. Jurors agreed with prosecutors that Munda hired her lover, Damian Bradford, to kill her husband, Dr. Ghulam Munda, so she could collect millions from his estate. Munda could receive the death penalty.
Well, there is a possible break in the Spy Bar shooting case. 23-year-old Calvin Hall was killed outside the downtown bar on July 5th. On Friday, officers spotted a car of interest on East 105th and Superior. Now, the driver was arrested on a traffic violation, and another male was arrested on a separate misdemeanor charge. Cleveland police are talking to the men to see what they know about that fatal shooting.
Was another Another deadly weekend here in the city of Cleveland this morning. Homicide detectives investigating 3 separate murders all in one night. Just after midnight on Sunday, police found a 17-year-old boy shot to death on the corner of East 121st and Cromwell. A few hours later, officers responded to another shooting and they found 25-year-old Joseph Wynn gunned down outside a club on the west bank of the Flats. And then just before 4 a.m., a man and woman were shot inside a home on the city's near west side. The woman died. The male survived. He is recovering this morning in the hospital. The response times of police and EMS workers to 911 calls are critical in an emergency.
Yeah, so they don't appreciate any prank calls. And this morning, some Cleveland teens are in some big trouble for phoning in a hoax. Todd Meany joins us now with all the details. Good morning.
Yeah, not funny what happened out here. Just after noon yesterday, a 911 operator faced with a life or death situation. A caller claimed that a 13-year-old boy had been shot 3 times over on East 67th Street, but it was all just a prank. A neighbor actually overheard the call because those 5 boys were sitting on a front porch talking on a speakerphone. Kevin Compera says he heard every word as the teens described that shooting in detail, but he knew it was a hoax because he hadn't heard any gunshots. So he tried to let police know it was just a false alarm, but by that time it was already too late.
So I went and got my phone and called 911 to tell them that it wasn't real, but the ambulance was already, you could already hear the sirens.
So when police figured out what happened, they arrested 2 of those 5 boys and questioned them. They were later released to their parents. But Wayne and Tracy, all 5 of the boys could then be charged for placing a false alarm in juvenile court if those charges are filed. Again, you know, he heard everything that was going on.
Sure.
At least nobody got hurt.
Right.
But again, that could have taken time away from somebody else who really needed those services.
Absolutely. They learned a lesson. All right, Todd, thank you. Well, a bizarre story coming out of Southwest Ohio this morning. A mother abandons her infant son on a roadway, claiming she was delivering him to the devil. This happened in the city of Lebanon in Warren County. Officers arrested 29-year-old Shantae Mitchell this weekend. A motorist reported seeing her walking in the road naked and covered in blood. Mitchell told the driver she was taking the baby to Satan. Police found that baby unharmed about a mile away, lying in the middle of the street. A local woman who abandoned her newborn daughter last month has now been charged with child endangering. 30-year-old Brandy Weiser admits leaving the baby girl on the doorstep of a retired school nurse out in Worcester. She dropped that baby off while searchers were looking for Jesse Davis. DNA tests confirmed the infant was not connected to the murdered pregnant woman. The infant is now in foster care.
More than 1,000 fugitives have taken themselves off the street in the last week. The U.S. Marshal's Office says Operation Safe Surrender has been a resounding success in Summit County. Between Wednesday and Saturday, more than 1,100 fugitives surrendered to authorities at the House of the Lord Church down in Akron. The program gives offenders a chance to take the first step in clearing their names and their records. If you're just getting up on this Monday morning, your time right now is 6 minutes after 5 o'clock. You're watching Fox 8 News in the morning with the latest news, weather, and Sky Fox traffic in high definition every 8 minutes.
Dennis Kucinich never gave up his bid for the White House in 2004. He's facing another big challenge in the 2008 race.
Bunch of little children play ball on the White House lawn once again to honor a baseball pioneer. Good morning, Melissa.
Well, good morning. We're going to start off today where we left off yesterday with some sunshine today, although a little warmer. I know we're still searching for more rainfall. We'll tell you our next chance coming up after the break.
Summer's here and the deals are hot at Sunnyside Toyota in North Olmsted. Get a hot deal on a 2007 Corolla with automatic air, full power CD, and more. Now only $14,790. And get a hot deal on the family-friendly and fuel-efficient Sienna for just $21,990. Sunnyside Toyota is easy to get to, a quarter-mile west of the Great Northern Mall. The selection is great and the deals are hot.
Sunnyside, Sunny will save your money.
Tomorrow, start your day off right with Fox 8 News in the morning, McDonald's Music of the Day, and new Cinnamon Bells.
If you want quality service, selection, and the lowest prices ever, we've hit the nail right on the head. 40th anniversary at Avalon RV. Family owned since 1967.
Why do some people smile more than others? Is it because they're happier? friendlier, or because they got a great smile at Sears Dental. Sears Dental offers convenient hours and terrific values. New patients can get a routine cleaning, exam, and x-rays for just $79. Get no interest financing for 24 months on braces. Crowns start at less than $700 and partials at less than $870. So start smiling. Call Sears Dental at 1-800-47-SMILE today.
Smelly, germy odors can happen anytime and unexpectedly. New Lysol Neutra Air Freshmatic can eliminate them automatically. It removes recurring odors, even ones caused by bacteria. And unlike Oust, Neutra Air sprays automatically with settings every 9, 18, or 36 minutes. Oust spray can't do that. So when bacterial odors happen, you'll be ready for them. Try Lysol Neutra Air Freshmatic.
Tune in to Fred Martin Superstore's Car Connection for the best used car deals. Saturday at 10:30 a.m. only on Fox 8.
Start your day off right with McDonald's Music of the Day and their new Cinnamon Melts.
Good morning, everybody. The time is 5:09 this morning. Temperatures in the low 60s here in town and already falling into the low 50s way outside of Cleveland. So very comfortably cool, and we will continue the low humidity again today. A couple degrees warmer, though, by say 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. Before we take a look at that, let's send it back outside to Melissa. Melissa.
You know, Scott, it's one of those mornings where it's so comfortable. There's low humidity. Maybe your windows are open. It's just going to be hard to get up. Although with sunrise a few minutes after 6 o'clock, that should wake you up. Bright sunshine shining in your window. 57 in Cleveland, 56 Akron, Canton, Youngstown. You're at 49. But Columbus, you're at 64. We have 68 in Cincinnati. Huntington at 66. A cold front that came through late last week, quite a few days ago now, to our south and stalled out, but you can see it's all dry across the Buckeye State. So our next chance of rain will be from a system moving in from the north and west. You can see some clouds and a few showers now pushing into northern and central Wisconsin. Also the clouds pressing into northern Michigan, with more details on how much rain we're going to get. And hey, do we even have a chance anytime soon? Scott, can you tell us?
We definitely do, Melissa. We'll have a good chance for some rain coming in, I think, tomorrow, like you mentioned. But, you know, today's a pretty nice day. Weekend wasn't too bad either. We did have some light rain late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. But most of us only got maybe about 1/4 inch of rain out of this whole thing. So, again, we needed the rain. We got a little bit, and looks as if we'll have a dry day today. Nice and cool. Very, very dry air in place. And this air is going to take its grand old time moistening up to produce some rainfall, so we at least have another 24 hours before we have to worry about any significant rain. 62 the temperature in Cleveland, 57 at Hopkins, winds light and out of the west at around 3 miles an hour. Akron, Canton 56, and we'll have some web weather spies coming up at 6 o'clock, and I bet you we have a few mid and upper 40s out there with the clear skies, so enjoy it while it lasts. Now notice we have some clouds off to the west, but notice the eastern half of the country, nothing significant. No significant storm systems. Now, we're not the only ones in a drought right now. Most of the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes, very, very low chances for rain over the last couple of days, and most of the area is a rainfall deficit. And this is what makes it very difficult to forecast the weather, because the drier the ground gets, the very small chance you have of getting any significant storms in here. So it makes it very difficult to forecast the weather much further than about a day or two out. The way it's looking now, we'll have another front. I know we've been talking about these over the last couple of weeks, but this one I think is going to produce a chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow. Now, some of us might not get a whole lot of rain from this, but watch what happens heading into Wednesday and Thursday. The front actually stalls out over the Ohio River. If this thing gets hung up, we could have a chance for some thunderstorms not only tomorrow, but again on Wednesday and into Thursday. We're hoping this chance continues. A lot of uncertainty on this, but I think there's at least a 30 to 40% chance we get some rain not only tomorrow, but really the next several days after Tuesday. 82 today, another nice one. A little warmer than yesterday, maybe a few pop-up clouds tomorrow, a lot of sunshine, highs around 82. A lot of clouds tonight. Now, temperatures will hover around 65. There's a risk we could have some thunderstorms by daybreak tomorrow. And with a lot of clouds tomorrow, we'll have some scattered thunderstorms amidst some breaks of sunshine along that front. Highs tomorrow around 79. About a 40 to 50% chance we get rain tomorrow. And there's your 8-day. Again, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a stalled front. And again, if this thing pushes a little further south, our chances might diminish a little bit. But this will be our best chance for getting rainfall over the last 3 to 4 weeks. So hopefully we get something out of this. Hopefully everybody shares in this over the next couple of days. And
We
then
need it.
we can look in a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Sure.
Well, the search is ongoing this morning for a National Guardsman suspected of gunning down his wife at a bar. Robin Muniz was on stage with a rock band in Wyoming when a shot was fired from outside the bar. It hit her in the head, killing her. No one reported seeing the shot, but believe they saw her husband David in the area. He had sniper training in the military and is considered dangerous.
An apology and a large settlement from the Catholic Church in the sex abuse scandal involving priests. Los Angeles Cardinal Roger Mahoney has met with dozens of people over the past 14 months who claim they were abused. He apologized and he's offering $660 million in a settlement to the victims. Mahoney says the church will probably have to sell buildings, use its investments, and borrow money in order to pay the settlement.
President Bush hosted another T-ball game on the White House lawn with a very special tribute. All the players wore number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson. He broke the major's color barrier 60 years ago with the Brooklyn Dodgers. The kids playing were from Los Angeles and Brooklyn and past and present homes of the current big league Dodgers. Tommy Lasorda, who played with Robinson and managed the Dodgers, served as the coach.
14 minutes after 5 o'clock on a Monday morning in the city. On Friday, we issued a warning. Look out, Pronkville.
Well, we hope you were paying attention.
At the end of the year, could they get Hafner or CC? There it goes, right field, maybe in Pronkville. Yep, it is a home run.
Yep, it sure is. Tribe slugger Travis Hafner delivers another big hit as the Tribe keeps pace with the Tigers.
And this year's All-American Soapbox Derby will be bigger than ever, literally. We'll explain.
You're watching Fox 8 News, broadcast in high definition.
This is the taste of a tropical paradise. The taste of Papa John's barbecue chicken and bacon pizzas, grilled chicken, onions, bacon, and barbecue sauce. Or add pineapple. Taste the quality. Papa John's. Get a large barbecue chicken and bacon pizza or our Hawaiian barbecue chicken pizza with pineapple. Your choice, just $11.99. And with our new Papa's Plus offer, add a medium cheese pizza for just $5.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
It's easy to avoid seeing the dentist. Hey, I've done it myself. We all live busy lives, but your mouth is important. In fact, 2 surgeon generals have said that there is an undeniable link between your overall health and your oral health. If you're putting it off thinking it doesn't really matter, think again. Let us find you a dentist you can be comfortable seeing for a long time, so you can keep your health for a long time. 1-800-DENTIST. We take every smile personally.
Get the fastest internet in Ohio for the price and get $50 cash back from the most complete provider for the way you live. Wireless, broadband, home phone, and TV. The new AT&T. Your world delivered.
My favorite zoo moment, I was in 6th grade and we went to the monkey area, saw a monkey swing, do a flip, and catch a rope like it was nothing. Amazing.
Zoo Memories. Cleveland Metro Park Zoo celebrating 125 years.
I don't want to die. Now I got 3 grandchildren. You know, that even gives me more inspiration to live. I probably wouldn't have seen them if it wasn't for Tim Isney.
If someone has made you a victim, call me. I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay.
A makeover here at Fox 8 is nearly complete, and you can see it for yourself tonight on Fox 8 News at 5. We will be unveiling our brand new studio.
We certainly will. A 10-man construction team worked with Fox 8 News engineers and our design department to complete the new look. It includes something called a jib cam. It's more or less a camera on a crane that can go up and down and rotate through a full cycle. If you can't catch Fox 8 News tonight, be sure to tune in because we're also going to unveil it on the morning show tomorrow. It should be very interesting. But just getting up your time right now is 18 minutes. 18 minutes after 5 o'clock.
All right, time to give you a look at the roadways, see how things are rolling out there on a Monday morning. How you doing, Pat? Did you have a great weekend?
Oh, wasn't the weather just absolutely perfect? I just wanted to be outside the entire time. Right now, though, everybody's going to be getting outside and into their vehicles to start their work day, or even a play day for that matter, and they're going to find that it's very easy traveling anywhere around Cleveland and Akron right now. For those of you crossing town on 480 in either direction, using 77 or 271, whether it be local or express lanes, absolutely clean and green, as they say. Coming into downtown right now, up and over the Inner Belt Bridge, still have that West 14th Street entrance ramp closed to traffic, but there's plenty of room over on the left-hand side, and traffic's really light, so it's really not making any kind of a delay at this particular time. Well, Scott, like I said at the beginning, absolutely stunning weekend. Will today follow suit?
I think it will, Pat. A little warmer than yesterday, but you know, hey, 78. So, well, 75 was the high yesterday. We'll be around 80, 82 today.
And the overnight lows, it almost feels like a fall morning out there.
I left the windows open yesterday. I woke up chilly.
Did you?
Yeah, absolutely. 50, it's not too bad in the middle of July. Here's your drive time. The rest of the morning, clear, cool, sunny. I mean, very uneventful. But a 62 at 9 o'clock. We'll be near 70 at the lunch hour and top out today around 82 under partly sunny skies. So a couple of pop-up clouds. I know it sounds like we say the same thing every day, but without any rain, running out of ways to say sunny and no rain.
Nothing happening.
Nothing happening right now, but it is going to change tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Running out of ways to say moderate drought, huh?
Yeah, yes, that's very true.
All right. In the news right now at about 20 minutes after 5 o'clock, the 2008 presidential race has become a race for campaign contributions, and Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich struggling to keep pace. He has raised $1 million since January, but that leaves him far behind the frontrunners, Senators Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. They have both raised more than $30 million, putting them on pace to raise $90 to $100 million by the end of the year. Kucinich has raised more than $750,000 since April, but less than $10,000 came from donors here in the Buckeye State.
When the green flag drops, the Derby Downs in Akron, the 70th annual All-American Soapbox Derby will have its largest field ever. Registration begins this morning, then the opening ceremonies get underway this afternoon at Lock 3. Almost 600 racers from 43 states and 4 different countries are ready to roll in the Rubber City. By the way, race day is Saturday.
If you're just getting up on this Monday morning, 5:21 is your time right now. A big crowd stuck with a big mess.
A water problem creates some unpleasantness during a packed concert at Brown Stadium, and it could take some time to fix.
Plus, a major league milestone. The Philadelphia Phillies have accomplished a dubious feat.
And get ready for 80s week. Not the music, but the temperatures. Scott's 8-day forecast right around the corner.
Call Empire today for your new flooring, where style meets lifestyle. We'll bring quality hardwood laminate and ceramic tile samples right to your home so you can easily match your decor. Need it fast? Empire installs your new flooring next day. Stick to your budget. Save with warehouse direct prices, plus no payments till 2009. You'll even get a free gift. Style meets lifestyle. Shop at home, next day installation, and no payments till 2009. Call Empire today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
You know how it can be when you fly out of that big airport on vacation. Those long lines, the crowds, and confusion. They can get you so uptight. It takes a day or two just to calm down. So next time, fly out of the Akron-Canton Airport. A better way to go. Visit our website and learn about all the ways we can help your next vacation get off to a more relaxing start.
Life comes at you fast, but with Nationwide Blue Ribbon Claim Services, you don't have to worry. That's why 9 out of 10 people who filed a claim with us recommend Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side. Get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford.
With unbelievable deals and over 200 F-Series in stock, July is the time to buy at Mike Bass Ford. Right now, lease a new F-150 for just $89 a month. That's a well-equipped F-150 4x4 for just $89 a month. You heard it right. You won't find an F-150 for $89 a month just anywhere. Ohio's best price and selection on F-Series is only at Mike Bass Ford. I-90 Detroit, exit 148.
And Mike Bass Ford.
You are watching Fox 8 News in the morning with news, weather, and Skyfox HD traffic every 8 minutes.
Good morning, everyone. The time is 5:24. Let's look at the 8-day, which will take us through next weekend. Now, today it'll be a nice day, mostly sunny, 82. Tomorrow through Thursday, over that 3-day period, we're going to have a front, and it's going to stall out close enough to keep chances for rain each and every day. 79 Tuesday, 82 on Wednesday, maybe an 84 by Thursday. And the way it's looking right now, that front should push to the south by Friday. And after Friday, into the upcoming weekend, we'll fall into the mid-70s Saturday and mid and upper 70s with mostly sunny skies heading into Sunday. So we're hoping this stalled front stays stalled because we need the rain desperately at this point.
And get the rain out of the way just in time for
the Saturday and Sunday.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, apparently Tri-pitcher Fausto Carmona isn't a night person. He's 8-0 with an ERA under 2 in 9 daytime starts.
Carmona says he doesn't feel any different at day or night. Meantime, the Indians are the big league best, 33-13 at home. Here's Danny Coughlin with more on their latest win.
Morning, everybody. Well, the Indians move on against the Chicago White Sox tonight at the Jake. It'll be Cliff Lee against John Danko. Boy, the sad White Sox, they're 14 games out of first place. Yesterday, Fausto Carmona won a strong 7 innings for his 11th victory as the Indians held off the Kansas City Royals 5-3 to win that series. Travis Hafner gave the Indians a 2-0 lead in the first inning with a 436-foot home run into the mezzanine and right. Victor Martinez was aboard via a walk. Number 15 for Hafner, who went 3 for 4. Ryan Garco made it 3-0 with his 11th home run in the 4th. Nice weekend for Garco. He had the winning hit Friday night, a home run Saturday night, and 2 hits yesterday. Carmona got in trouble in the 5th. Billy Butler doubled home Mark Tan, and it was 3-1. Butler then scored on a single by Ross Glode, and the Indians' lead was 3-2. A little breathing room for the Tribe in the 6th. Garco scored on a double by Franklin Gutierrez. Jason Michaels slid home safely after a sacrifice fly by Josh Barfield. And when Joe Borowski set down the Royals in order in the 9th, the Indians won at 5-3. The Indians have the best home record in baseball at 33-13.
It's all about winning. Just come out here, win series. Every team in our division is pretty tough, and for the most part, every team in the American League, it's always going to be a tough series. So to come out and win the first series, hopefully that gets us on a good roll for the second half.
The more I talk to good hitters on our team and on other teams, the one thing they say is, never get too high, never get too low, and you'll never even kind of look at your numbers, that they're just going to be there at the end.
Justin Verlander won his 11th game, and Marcus Thames drove in 4 runs as the Tigers beat the Seattle Mariners 11-7 to remain half a game ahead of the Indians yesterday. Albert Pujols hit 2 of the Cardinals' 6 home runs to help hand the Philadelphia Phillies their 10,000th loss, 10-2. The Phillies are the first franchise in baseball history to reach that mark. Keep in mind, though, it took them 125 years to do it. And here's their secret. No pitching, no hitting, and no defense. Well, that's it. Have a great Monday, everybody. John and the Riz will be back with you tonight.
All right. Thanks so much, Danny. Another check on this morning's top stories is coming up in just a few minutes.
And if you're just waking up with us, it's your first look at weather and traffic before you head out the door.
A big financial gift from 2 farmers could double the pleasure at the next Twins Day Festival.
Plus, Kenny is finding a new way to beat the rising gas prices. Get ready for the scooter when we come back. Stay with us.
Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started.
There's a time for us to let go. There's a time for holding
We spend a lot of time in the family car. It's part of the American dream. But accidents happen. An innocent ride can result in unbearable pain, injury, and expense. The victims need to be cared for, but often the insurance company does not accept that responsibility. We can help you. Elk & Elk provides a team of attorneys, accident reconstructionists, doctors, and nurses who the insurance company can't ignore. Call 1-888-ELK-OHIO. Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries.
A friend is someone you can count on to go the distance. A friend is there when you need them most and will always have your back. Say hello to your new best friend, Toyota RAV4. And now, you can lease a new 07 RAV4 for just $269 a month with only $21.99 due at signing. It's a great deal because it's a great friend. And it's at your Toyota dealer now.
Trial is set to begin today for a mother accused of starting a deadly fire. Her disabled son was unable to escape. We'll have a live report.
Fans at a crowded weekend concert are told to go elsewhere when Mother Nature calls, and the problem won't be a quick fix.
As the weather gets warmer, the beaches and waters get busier. Now the Coast Guard is urging people to take extra precautions. Fox 8 News at 5:30 starts now. Good Monday morning to you. Hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. Welcome to Fox 8 News at 5:30. 63 degrees outside. A little chilly out there, but it feels really nice. The 16th day of July, 2007. I'm Tracy McCool.
And I'm Wayne Dawson. Thank you very much for joining us. What's happening as far as our forecast is concerned? Scott Sable joining us now with a look at the weather conditions for us. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, perfect weekend. Had the rain at night, nice day during the day, and weather's going to get even better today. A little warmer, but as Tracy mentioned, very chilly this morning. I know it's 57 at Hopkins, but we had some reports of some upper 40s early on. We are going to continue to watch some clouds try to move in from the west, but they'll have a tough time getting in here today. It won't be until probably late this evening and overnight tonight that this nice and very comfortable weather begins to erode away a little bit, and I think the humidity starts to go up, and we could very well have a shower, at least wake up to some scattered showers west of Cleveland tomorrow, and a better chance we get some thunderstorms heading into Tuesday. Hopefully that happens. It's been a long time coming. If you didn't get much rain on Saturday night to early Sunday morning, I think there's a few chances here over the next couple of days. All right, Pat Brady, and now with a look at traffic here at 5:32. Pat.
Thanks a lot, Scott. No, at my house we didn't get very much rain at all, so I just supplemented that with watering yesterday. But boy, what an absolutely great weekend. For those of you who are going to be starting out your work week this morning and transitioning into downtown via the East Shoreway, coming westbound from 55th Street towards Dead Man's Curve, you can see that we have extremely light traffic. No unusual delays for the East Shoreway or the West Shoreway at this time. Taking a look at 77 on a Fox flight, we're going to look at the section between 480 and 490. Traffic is also very light there, and there's no delay coming inbound all the way to the downtown area. And for that matter, even south of there, absolutely no delays to speak of. Wayne and Tracy, back to you.
Hi, Pat, thank you. A mother and grandmother driven to murder. That's the accusation against a Lake County woman.
Lisa Henry will go on trial today for killing her disabled son. Fox 8 News reporter Stacy Fry live now with the very latest information for us. Good morning once again, Stace.
Good morning, Wayne and Tracy. Aggravated murder and arson. Those are the charges against that Perry Township mom. Prosecutors say that she set a fire that killed her 25-year-old son. Mike Henry had cerebral palsy. He'd been in a wheelchair since he was a little boy. Last September, his mother, Lisa, called her husband, John, at work. She was distraught. He rushed home and found the place on fire. She was in the bathtub with slit wrists. John Henry got her out and rescued their 3 young grandchildren, but couldn't get to his son, Mike.
He was just so shook up. He was sorry about everything that happened. He said, I just couldn't get in and get that kid. The flames were coming out so fast out of that bedroom.
Now, according to what she told her husband on the phone, Lisa Henry was upset about her mother's recent death and said that she wanted to be in heaven with her mom. Again, she's charged with aggravated murder, aggravated arson. Her trial begins here this morning in Lake County Court.
Stacy Fry reporting live this morning. Thank you very much.
Sure.
A teenage girl was killed over the weekend when her car was hit by a train out in Lorain County. The victim is 18-year-old Amanda White of New London. Her car was pushed nearly a half-mile before coming to a stop. A passenger is hospitalized in serious condition. There are no flashing lights at the crossing, which is south of Wellington, but there are stop signs. The accident is currently under investigation. And the family of the East Lake man who died in a hit-and-run crash is now raising a reward to find who hit Eddie Rowland's motorcycle. It is now up to $5,000 for information about the crash. Witnesses say a black Lincoln LS slammed into his bike Tuesday night at East 186 in St. Clair. Eddie was about to celebrate his 21st birthday.
Investigators are looking for the cause of a house fire in Canton that killed a 13-year-old boy. It started on Saturday morning at a home on 9th Street Northwest in the city of Canton. James and Linda Crislip managed to escape the blaze, but their 13-year-old son Michael could not. Firefighters found what they believe was his body on the front porch. His parents say he was trying to escape, but they think the porch roof collapsed. The family is simply devastated.
It's just too much flames and fire.
He loved everything. I just can't believe it.
He's the best kid in the world to me.
Stark County coroner has yet to make a positive identification because the boy's body was so badly burned. The house was destroyed, so this morning the Red Cross is providing temporary shelter.
A water main break at Brown Stadium had some country music fans wishing they had worn waders to the Flip Flop Summer Tour. You see, it has happened during the Kenny Chesney concert Saturday night. When workers with the Cleveland Water Department located the leak, they found about 8 inches of standing water in the basement of the stadium. Some bathrooms were also flooded, so firefighters flushed out the sewage, but concert fans didn't let that water rain on their parade.
We were lucky. We actually went to the bathroom earlier before we were told that we couldn't use up the floor.
They said a water main broke in there. Yeah, it was really disgusting.
Well, concert goers were told to avoid the flooded bathrooms and walkways. Brown's officials say the broken pipe is underground and it's probably going to take several days to repair the damage.
The organizers of Twinsburg's annual Twins Day Festival are seeing double dollar signs this morning. A set of twin farmers who recently passed away are donating the bulk of their fortune, estimated at $4 to $5 million, to the festival. Bachelors John and William Riff from Pennsylvania loved attending Twins Day. The sale of their 150-acre farm outside Philadelphia is expected to make millions of dollars for the Twins Day Festival.
Yeah, beautiful pitch.
Well, Mrs. Zeta.
It wasn't twins, but a doubleheader that drew vintage baseball fans to Lakewood Park on Sunday. These guys play ball with rules from the 1860s. The Akron Blackstockings took on local dignitaries and members of the Historical Society. Some youngsters even got in on the action. The vintage games have become a summertime tradition.
It is now 5:36, 63 degrees outside. You're watching Fox 8 News in the morning with the latest news, weather, and Sky Fox traffic in high definition every 8 minutes.
More and more people are flocking to the shores of Lake Erie in order to beat the heat. We have some important Coast Guard tips that could save your life.
And this yacht hasn't sailed the high seas in 2 years. See what's being done to free the stuck yacht.
Monday's #1 show is down to just 6.
How long, please?
Chef Ramsay has some winning advice for those remaining.
This is where it separates a chef from a donkey.
All new Hell's Kitchen, part of 2 Full Hours at 8, 7 Central tonight on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
It takes a certain kind of person to appreciate this level of performance and technology. We like to call them Type A's. Don't miss the Acura chance to advance sales opportunity. Acura. Advance.
Take advantage of attractive financing on all Acura models for well-qualified customers.
If you have a history of smoking and breathing problems, it could be COPD, which includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Discover Spiriva, the only once-daily inhaled maintenance prescription treatment for COPD. Spiriva keeps airways open to help you breathe better for a full 24 hours. and it's not a steroid. Spiriva does not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms. Tell your doctor about your medicines, including eye drops and illnesses like glaucoma, urinary, and prostate problems. These may worsen with Spiriva. The most common side effect is dry mouth. Others include constipation and problems passing urine. If you have vision changes or eye pain, your breathing suddenly worsens, you get hives, or your throat or tongue swells, stop taking Spiriva and contact your doctor. Spiriva is one of many treatment options to consider with your doctor. So make a habit of breathing better with Spiriva.
Hey, come on, let's go look at the new set. I hear it's spectacular.
It is awesome.
Wait a minute. You've seen it?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, I can't. You have to wait until Monday.
No, let's go in. Come on, we'll go in right now.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I've seen it. You have to wait until Monday at 5.
This is an outrage.
There is a fine line between recklessness and courage. It's about time you understood which road to take. It's a
Your time right now, 5:38, as we move into a Monday morning. 63 degrees the temperature outside. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Fox 8 News in the Morning. Hope you have a great day today.
Well, it's good to see you. Welcome back.
Yeah,
You got to sleep in for a whole week.
I did a whole 360.
Stay up really late.
You're on the other side of the world.
I know,
here.
normally I'm just going to sleep around 1 o'clock. This was last week. Now I'm getting back into the groove of things, getting up at 2 a.m. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
You don't realize it till you're not doing that. You're
See,
like,
I haven't done it
wow.
in so long. I don't know what a good night's sleep is like.
I can't remember the last time I saw 11
Don't get used to it anyway, Wade. You're stuck. Hey, mostly sunny for us today, so all your smiles go right along with the weather today. Mostly sunny. There's that front that came through late last week, still stalled out to our south. We're A-okay with that one, but there is another system. We do need the rain, though. Can't complain about that. Next chance of rain will be from this area of low pressure moving towards the southeast. The next chance of rain will be mainly late tonight into tomorrow with our best chances. Scott and I were talking about that. So for your drive time today, it should be nice and dry, clear and cool. Some areas like Youngstown at 49. For your morning commute will be anywhere from 60 to some areas a little lower into the 50s. 68 for your lunch hour. Sunshine will be partly sunny. For your evening commute, low 80s, and the Indians take on
who do we want?
Now I forget now.
This week?
White Sox?
No, wait, White Sox.
Yeah,
I know
White
he
Sox,
just told me. I just asked.
The White Sox.
I'm like, the Twins? He's like, no, not the Twins. I'm like, okay.
The White Sox are going to be in town in the middle part of the week.
Yeah, 7:05 tonight, so it should be good for that as well.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to see you guys.
Are you really?
I am, of course. I'm not glad to get up, but I'm glad to see you guys.
Okay, thank you. Well, the nice weather is attracting more people to the beaches of Lake Erie.
Although it's fun, sometimes the water's very dangerous. Fox 8 News reporter Kevin Freeman has important tips from the U.S. Coast Guard on staying safe.
Water is a very dangerous environment. Although it can be fun, you need to respect it.
The U.S. Coast Guard says the summer of 2007 has been one of its busiest.
We had a lot of people falling off piers, boats. We had a lot of boats that are taking on water sinking.
Last week, a local high school football player drowned in powerful currents at Headlands Park in Mentor.
With the rising and lowering of the water level, you need to be cognizant of riptides by the beaches.
Perhaps one of the most important things you can have is one of these. A life vest. Saturday, a man fell off his yacht. One of our Fox cams caught some of the rescue. His life jacket saved him.
He was found half a mile from where he fell in. So it's one of those situations where if he hadn't had it on, he probably would not have been able to survive.
Coast Guard officials say boaters should make sure their boats are in good working order and properly equipped. Also, let someone know where you're going and when you'll be back. And don't drink alcohol while operating a boat.
We look at what kind of wave action there is mostly, whether we plan on having storms, things like that. I'll always make sure we have life jackets on the boat.
And I try not to get where I see the moss, where I know it's slippery, but I'm a pretty good swimmer, so I don't worry too much.
Because conditions on Lake Erie can change rapidly, boaters should always stay aware. Kevin Freeman, Fox 8 News, Cleveland.
The Coast Guard recommends bringing along a cell phone when boating. GPS can also help rescuers locate you if there is an emergency.
5:42 on a Monday morning. That's your time right now. A lot of things are happening across the country, and we'll take a look at some of the big stories on the MyFox websites.
Well, the Monday morning commute is in slow gear. Pat Brady is next with your best traffic coverage in town when we come back.
Closed caption is brought to you by the injury lawyers at Elk & Elk.
What would you pay for this large Marco's cheese pizza smothered with your favorite topping?
$10.
Remember, Marco's uses only fresh cheese, never frozen.
Well,
how about $8.99?
$8.99.
Call now. A Marco's large one topper, just $8.99.
Believe it or not, I struggled with car buying issues until my friend showed me this book. Every page is filled with helpful car advice.
It helped me get a great deal on the highest safety-rated minivan ever built, the Kia Sedona, with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program.
Because the more you know, the less you don't know.
Now with 2.9% APR plus 500 bonus cash.
Isn't it time you went to B&B?
Improve your bathroom and improve your lifestyle. Call Rebath at 1-800-BATHTUB and convert that old bathtub to a modern walk-in shower. An easy-to-clean shower base with a built-in seat and safety bar. Pick your new colors and you can have a walk-in shower in as little as 1 day. Call today and make no payments for 12 months. Don't monkey around. Call Rebath, America's largest bath remodeler, at 1-800-BATHTUB.
Fox 8 is brought to you in high definition by Time Warner Cable. Call Time Warner Cable today at 1-866-903-3995.
Experience movies like never before. With digital TV from AT&T, you get more HD channels than cable, plus a free year of movies. From the most complete provider for the way you live. Wireless, broadband, home phone, and TV. The new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Get a sneak peek inside of some of Cleveland's most prestigious homes. It's Movie and a Mansion.
Thursdays on Fox 8 News at 5. Brought to you by Lexus.
What would you pay for this large Marco's cheese pizza smothered with your favorite topping?
$10.
Remember, Marco's uses only fresh cheese, never frozen.
Well,
how about $8.99?
$8.99.
Call now. A Marco's large one topper, just $8.99.
Are you going with yes, Scott?
Yes? You think that's yes? Yeah. Who is that? Cab for Cutie.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, really? Is that the name of the song or the band?
I think the group. I've never heard of them before.
Neither have I.
Sounds nice, though.
If you're just getting up 5:45 to chime in.
All right, time to give you another peek at the roadways on a Monday morning. Pat Brady keeping an eye on things. Hey, Pat.
Hi there. The 5 o'clock hour is rapidly drawing to a close, and it's been a trouble-free one, and we're continuing that way right now. For those of you heading out for 71 or 480, this is what things are looking like out near the airport, just absolutely zooming right along. Really not any different on any of the other interstates. In fact, we'll switch to our Fox Cam downtown and let you know that if you're continuing up 71 and you'll be joining the Jennings Freeway traffic by the West 14th Street exit, absolutely no problems, and traffic is still extremely light there as well, and it will continue that way all the way up and over the Inner Belt Bridge. So my traffic report is a perfect 10. Will the weather forecast be a perfect 10? Let's find out.
I think it will, Pat. Yeah, today, certainly a perfect 10. We need rain, so even though we're going to include rain over the next couple of days, we'll still keep the scale about 8 or 9 here coming up. Well, we do have some clouds, and they're trying to move in from the west. A lot of clear skies overhead, though, here. Clouds to the south with that front that produced the rain early yesterday morning is still hanging around. But in the middle, the air has really begun to cool off quite a bit. Very little wind, and so that allows temperatures to fall into the upper 40s, a few upper 40s. Outlying areas, most of us here in town generally in the mid-50s. So with the humidity being very low, today is going to be one of those days where you're really not going to see see a whole lot of cloud development until sometime late afternoon into the evening along the next front that will affect us sometime tomorrow. 57 Hopkins, 62 at Brick Lakefront. Again, upper 40s away from the city, but the ceiling is unlimited right now with very little cloud cover, and the winds are calm, and they'll continue to stay calm. Now, notice the moisture trying to increase from the southwest, but notice this little pipeline here of moisture is beginning to get squeezed out by the dry air in place. This is a typical pattern you get when you have drought conditions. Very little systems, very little very little chance we're going to get any impressive systems in here. We do have one low that'll try to work from the center of the country and try to swing into Ohio late tomorrow, and we'll have another one that'll work around that Wednesday into Thursday. The question is, where do these lows set up? If they set up right over Ohio, we'll have a chance for some thunderstorms not only tomorrow, Wednesday, and maybe into Thursday. If the lows push further south, obviously we dry out and get a little bit cooler. So we'll go with the more optimistic forecast and continue a chance for thunderstorms on Tuesday along that front. And we'll include another chance again Wednesday and into Thursday. So we're hoping this front stalls out just enough to at least give us a couple chances now between now and the end of the week. But right now, Friday into Saturday, that front pushes to the south, and Saturday into Sunday, it's going to get much drier, and the humidity and the temperatures are going to begin to drop as well. So hopefully a couple days of active weather for the first time in almost a month and a half. 82 today, sunshine, very warm, just a few clouds late today. Very low humidity, but the clouds begin to increase late tonight in advance of that next cold front. We'll hover around 65. Some of us might wake up to a few rumbles of thunder early tomorrow morning. Hopefully, some more widespread thunderstorm activity during the day tomorrow amidst lots of clouds, with highs on Tuesday around 79 to near 80. And there's your 8-day, which keeps the chances going along that stalled front, not only tomorrow, but Wednesday and into Thursday. We start to clear out Friday, and then Saturday into Sunday, temperatures in the mid and upper 70s. So I know it seems as if every time we get a front in here, we get people calling in. We watch radar. Here comes the storms. Then it hits Cleveland, and boom, the storms fall apart.
Very interesting.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you, Todd. Well, if you're just getting up your time right now is 5:49. Time to take a look at what's making headlines on the My Fox Cleveland website and at our Fox sister stations all around the nation.
Todd Meany joins us this morning with a look at what's happening on a Monday morning. Hi.
Good morning. It's been a very interesting weekend around the country as we take a look at some of the stories you may not have seen. This story is out of Reno, Nevada. It's actually on the My Fox DC website. But this woman and a man have been arrested. They say that they're children ages 22 months and a girl aged 11 months, severely malnourished, near death after doctors saw them. Social workers took them from the parents because they were so obsessed with playing video games. Jeez. Apparently the mom and dad had been playing video games so much that they didn't even give their kids food. They had food there, but according to the people who were involved, they just chose not to give it to the food.
I wonder how old the mom and dad are.
They are 25 and 28. Okay. Police said hospital staff had to shave the head of the girl because her hair was matted with cat urine. The girl had also a mouth infection, dry skin, severe dehydration as a result of what happened.
Sick.
Really does. This out of My Fox, Colorado. It's actually, the story's out of Wyoming. This man is suspected in shooting his estranged wife at a bar. Apparently his wife is a singer at a bar and shot right through the glass door. They say he has some sniper training, might be a National Guard guy, and they are looking for him as a result of what took place out there. And out of My Fox, Kansas City, this is an 8-year-old boy. He was, the picture there of him sleeping, he was sleeping at the airport because his name is Brian Moore and he was on the no-fly list for some reason. Some type of security mix-up. Apparently another guy named Brian Moore may be on the no-fly list, but he wasn't allowed to take a plane anywhere because he's 8 years old, and he was on the terror no-fly list. Yeah. You can go to myfoxcleveland.com for all type of information. We'll send it right to your email, news, weather, and traffic all day.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. If you're just getting up, your time right now is
5:51.
I need some binoculars.
Okay.
5:51. She says 10 Grammy Awards are nice, but giving back is a whole lot better.
Singer Beyonce leads a canned food drive in her hometown and gives fans an extra incentive to take part.
Plus, an expensive yacht is parked off the Florida coast. Tedious removal effort is set to get underway. Back in 2. Stay with us.
You're watching Fox 8 News, broadcast in high definition.
Fasten your seatbelts, because the On the Lot directors are premiering their new action films. On the Lot, all new, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
From the east side to the west side, Metro Lexus is Cleveland's largest luxury dealer.
Hi, I'm Dan Pyle, General Manager. I'm inviting you to take the Luxury Challenge today and experience the benchmark of quality service. Metro Lexus, as close to home as it gets.
You've had this couch for what, a few years? See what it used to look like?
Gosh.
That's why Resolve has come out with new multi-fabric cleaner. It's guaranteed to lift away dirt from those fabrics you can't fit in the washing machine. See the difference? Trust Resolve. Forget stains.
What's wrong with my dishwasher?
Well, here's your problem. Over time, limescale and grease can build up in hard-to-see places like the heating coil and sprayer arms. Use Jet Dry dishwasher cleaner once a month to remove buildup and help keep your dishwasher working like it should. Jet Dry for a sparkling shine every time.
Hey, guy from work I don't really know.
I don't know your name, so I'll just call you a dude.
To be polite, I'll talk to you, but I really just want to eat my breakfast.
I'm so hungry, I don't hear a word you're saying. So I'm gonna look at my watch, act like I'm late.
Hey, well, hope I don't see you later.
Me too.
Who has time to talk when McDonald's has a delicious breakfast sandwich for every taste? Bagels, biscuits, McMuffin and McGriddle sandwiches. And don't forget our premium roast coffee.
Does your home look like this, or this? Let Mrs. Bubbles clean your home using a bio-friendly cleaning solution that will not harm your plants or shrubs, leaving your home a safe, clean environment for you and your family to play and grow. Call now about our spring special, which includes free gutter cleaning with any exterior washing.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bubbles. If you don't believe everything we say is true, do this. Do this. Honey, this is what our kids do.
Thank you, Mrs. Bubbles, for doing such an excellent job.
Today, get luxury for less at Metro Lexus.
You can drive a new ES350 or an RX350 for only $489 a month. It's your choice for only $489 a month.
Metro Lexus, as close to home as it gets.
A 2-year fight over a stuck yacht off the Florida coast is coming to an end. Peter Halmo says the $30 million yacht was grounded after 2 hurricanes in 2005. It needs 11 feet of water to float. But the boat got stuck in shallow water at a marine sanctuary. The government has even tried to fine him $20 million. The salvage plan slowly digs out sand from underneath and will replace it as the yacht moves. Well, it is being described as a hold-up hug.
Armed robber who's looking for money leaves a little love. The robber burst into a backyard dinner party in Washington, D.C. He put a gun to a girl's head and he demanded cash. But a quick-thinking guest invited the man to sit down, have a little dinner, and try some fine wine.
Tucked the gun in his pants and, you know, helped himself to some wine and food and complimented on it and so forth, and started saying that he thinks he's in the wrong house and started apologizing.
Instead of panicking, someone used strategic thinking and basically threw him off too by saying, hey, have a seat, you know, why don't you join us for drinks and some cheese? And he obliged.
After dinner with this group, the man asked for a group hug. And he took off without any cash. By the way, police are still searching for the guy this morning.
The crowd was just a little too nice for him, huh? Or maybe it was the wine. Or both. All right.
Funny, but serious nonetheless.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very true. Nobody was hurt. Well, weather couldn't be better. You know, it's been very nice, and we're going to get some rain in here probably tomorrow. Another front, and each one we've had, I know everybody's saying, every time you guys talk about a front coming in here, guess what happens? That front kind of washes out and we don't get anything. Well, hopefully this one will be not like that. Hopefully we'll get some thunderstorms tomorrow, and if that thing gets hung up just to the south of us, we might have another chance on Wednesday and on Thursday, depending upon where this front sets up. So as of right now on Monday, we'll call it a stalled front with the threat for thunderstorms tomorrow, Wednesday, and into Thursday amid some hazy sunshine as temperatures hover right around 80 to around 82 or so. So hopefully we get some badly needed rain, and then the weekend's looking a whole lot better. We'll talk about that coming up in about 15-20 minutes.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It is now 5:56, 63 degrees outside on a Monday morning. Another check of this morning's top stories, and traffic is coming up at the top of the hour.
Plus, a virtual petting zoo of animals found in one house are now ready for a good home.
And a pop star makes good on a promise to her fans during a food drive before a weekend concert. Don't go away.
It's Ford's model year clearance, and it's the best time to buy. With 0% financing on every Ford car, including Ford Fusion with outstanding performance, handling, and styling. Focus with up to 37 miles per gallon. And Mustang, the highest-ranked midsize sporty car in initial quality by J.D. Power & Associates. That's 0% financing on every Ford car during Ford's model year clearance. Visit your local Ford store today.
At Perkins Restaurants, there's a wrap sandwich for everyone, like our beefy steak fajita wrap with spicy grilled sirloin, peppers, onions, and cheese. A zesty new buffalo chicken wrap, crunchy chicken tenders, buffalo hot sauce, and blue cheese dressing. And the irresistible ham and cheese breakfast wrap, honey ham, fluffy scrambled eggs, and Swiss cheese. Summer wraps are here, starting at $5.99 and served all day for a limited time at Perkins. Breakfast is just the beginning.
For a smile fit for any occasion, big or small, come to Sears Dental. Our caring professionals can help you get the smile you've always wanted. New patients can get a routine cleaning, exam, and x-rays for just $79. Crowns start at less than $700. Save $300 on dentures. Plus, we offer braces for all ages with no interest financing for 24 months. For a smarter way to a healthier smile, call Sears Dental at 1-800-47-SMILE today.
Chrysler 300. It's the way our vehicles come together that sets us apart. Announcing 0+. Get 0% financing plus $500 bonus cash on 300C. Chrysler. Engineered beautifully.
Well, Beyonce to start your day at about 1 minute till 6 o'clock, 63 degrees outside. And speaking of Beyonce, the fight against hunger gets some superstar help.
A pop star Beyonce teamed up with her childhood minister for a food drive before a weekend concert.
The experience is not only about coming to the show and the lights and the performance. It's also about giving back.
Beyonce encouraged fans to bring in canned foods and promised the first 1,000 who did so an autographed picture. She already donated money to help build a youth center in Houston. Beyonce also personally thanked all the volunteers at the food bank for all of their efforts.
Good for her. And that is the news at 5. The news at 6 begins
right now. Well, good morning, Cleveland. All of Northeast Ohio. I'll tell you, this day is just flying by, isn't it?
It really, really is. It is Monday morning, 16th day of July, 2007. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and my name is Wayne Dawson.
I'm Tracy McCool. Once again, thank you so much for getting your work week started with us. We will get to all the day's headlines in just a moment, but first we want to get right to Scott. We had a fabulous weekend. We got a little bit of rain, and more could be on the way later on this week.
That's good news.
Very true, guys. Yes, we need rain bad at this point, and we're going to get it. I think many of us will get some rain, if not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday and into Thursday. But the quiet weather, as I'm looking overhead, just some high clouds, blue skies dominating most of Ohio. You can see our temperature now hovering around 58 here in Cleveland. 55 now at Hopkins, so temperatures have actually begun to drop over the last 20 minutes. Some clouds up to the north. That'll be the precursor to another front, and this front will try to make its way further south and southeast sometime late tonight. But before that happens, enjoy the comfortably cool weather this morning. We'll probably stay below 70 through the lunch hour and then slowly see temperatures climb up, probably approaching 80, maybe an 82 later on this afternoon. We do have not only 1, but 3 chances for rain this week. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit and explain why it's so difficult to forecast the weather when you're in the midst of a drought. I know it's a little technical, but it helps you kind of understand how difficult this summer's been, believe it or not.
All right, appreciate it. We'll check back with you.
Okay.
Was it a deep state of depression or a calculated murder? Either way, a mother's going to stand trial for killing her own son.
That boy died in a fire at the family's home. Fox 8 News reporter Stacey Fry live outside Lake County Court where that trial begins today. Stacey?
Tracy and Wayne, Lisa Henry's family had no idea that she was so depressed. A lifetime of taking care of her disabled son. Then the death of her mom. Last September, Lisa called her husband at work and told him that she wanted to be in heaven with her mother. John Henry rushed home and found the house on fire. Lisa was in the bathtub, wrist slit, a suicide note nearby. He rescued her and their 1-, 2-, and 3-year-old grandchildren, but the flames were too much to get anywhere near the couple's son, Mike. The 25-year-old had cerebral palsy and couldn't walk. Everyone we talked to at the time said Lisa was devoted to taking care of her son.
She just flipped out, and she needs medical care. There's no doubt about it.
A great person, very, very nice person, very loving person. She has, who would bring in, I mean, open their doors to their entire family when their kids are down on their luck and take care of everybody. Bad people don't do that.
Lisa Henry is charged with aggravated murder and aggravated arson. In April, the court determined that she is competent to stand trial.
Sad story there, Stacy. Thank you. Life in prison or the death sentence. That's what awaits the woman who arranged to have her husband killed. The sentencing phase of Donna Munda's trial begins today in federal court in Akron. The 48-year-old was convicted of hiring Damian Bradford to kill her husband, Dr. Ghulam Munda. The shooting happened along the Ohio Turnpike 2 years ago. Bradford cut a deal to testify against Munda and is now serving 17.5 years. Well, after a bloody weekend, Cleveland is on pace for another year of record-setting violence.
Homicides are up for the 3rd year in a row, and residents are saying enough is enough. Todd Meady joining us now with the details from another violent night. Todd, good morning.
Another violent night, another violent week. You know, ever since July 4th, we've been having just a lot of stuff happening. Through 6 months of this year, police dealing with an average of 2 murders per week. And after 3 deadly shootings in as many hours Sunday morning, those numbers once again on the rise. Just after midnight Sunday, police were called to East 121st and Cromwell after a 17-year-old boy was gunned down on the sidewalk. Not long after that, officers responded to another shooting, this time on the near west side. Police found a man and woman shot inside a home. That woman died. The man is recovering in the hospital. Then a third call. Witnesses say 25-year-old Joseph Wynn was shot and killed as he walked back to his car after a night out on the Flats West Bank. His father still in shock.
He was just a fun-loving guy. That's what I can't understand what happened. We need some more police out on the street. We need some more police.
Neither of those other 2 victims have been identified, and police have not arrested any suspects in any of those 3 killings. Unofficially, there have been 71 homicides in Cleveland since January, 11 more than this time last year, and that puts us on pace to be up to 130 for the year, which would be the highest total since 1996.
Wow.
You can understand the concern. Okay, thank you.
Well, police may be closing in on those responsible for a murder outside the Spy Bar in downtown Cleveland. 23-year-old Calvin Hill was shot to death around 3 o'clock in the morning on July 5th. Just last Friday, police stopped a car that was being sought in that investigation. 2 people taken into custody on separate charges. The men were questioned, but there's no word this morning on if they're going to be charged in that deadly shooting. 5 Cleveland teenagers could be facing criminal charges after they made a prank phone call to 911. They made the call just after noon yesterday. They told the dispatcher a 13-year-old boy had been shot on East 67th Street and he needed emergency assistance. But a neighbor overheard that conversation because the boys used a speakerphone, and he knew their story was a lie.
I heard her say, "Is he still breathing?" And I heard the kid say, "Yeah." And then she asked, "How many times was he shot?" And I heard the kid say 3 times. So then I knew it was a prank because I didn't hear no gunshot.
When police arrived, they detained and they questioned 2 of the teenagers before releasing them to their parents. All 5 could be charged in juvenile court for causing a false alarm.
A variety of animals taken after a raid are being put up for adoption now. Half a dozen dogs, chickens, and geese were found on Friday at a home in Tuscarawas County. The home had no electricity or water. Charges are expected this week against the homeowner, Alice Lynn. If you're interested in adopting the animals, you can call the Tuscarawas County Humane Society at 330-339-8968. It is now 6 minutes after 6 o'clock. You're watching Fox 8 News in the morning with the latest news, weather, and Sky Fox HD traffic every 8 minutes.
5 years after news of sex scandals broke, one diocese agrees to pay millions of dollars to its victims.
You know, running for president isn't cheap. Coming up next, see which campaigns are making money and who could be in a cash crisis. Scott?
Hard to believe we're already halfway through the month of July, and the weather is certainly very atypical as temperatures will remain below normal over the next 7 to 10 days on average. Talk about that, chances for rain coming up, and a few other little tidbits as well when we come back.
Well, Scott, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the sunrise is absolutely stunning this morning. We'll show it to you as we come out of the break. But more importantly, how are we doing traffic-wise? We're going to let you know after the break also.
Aunt Stacy's gone. We're going to sneak in and see the new set. Come on with me. I hear this thing is spectacular. Here we go. Look at this.
I don't think so. Monday at 5, you have to wait like everybody else.
This is an outrage. I demand satisfaction.
Well, go somewhere else.
We could have a butter eating contest.
Well, let's see what Alltel's up to.
What the? Head-to-head challenge? Not only does MyCircle let you call any number on any network for free, but you can change those numbers online?
Well played, Chad.
Oh, Poopsie, I baked some cookies.
Mom, we're in the man cave.
Oh.
Your mom's pretty. Pretty hot. Yes.
Take the challenge and join the millions of people using America's largest network. Switch today risk-free.
Not in the abdomen, Cameron.
Hi. This is Matthews. I'm Steve, your Progressive Claims rep.
All right.
I inspected the damage on your car, and you're all set. Oh,
Thanks so much for coming by. My insurance agent recommended Progressive because you do this kind of stuff for free. I have 4 boys, so the smallest errand is just...
No problem.
Yeah, okay, thanks so much. Bye. Who wants to be quiet?
With Progressive, saving hundreds is just the beginning. Contact a local independent agent to switch today.
Have you tried Honey Bunches of Oats yet?
One spoonful is all it takes.
Hi, would you like to try a spoonful?
This is delicious.
Honey Bunches of Oats. Nice. It's a perfect combination of crispy flakes, crunchy oat clusters, and a touch of honey in every spoonful.
This really is a mouthful of joy.
Hey, that's my line.
My husband would love this.
So what do you think?
I love it. This is so good.
Would you like some?
One spoonful is all it takes.
If you use those over-the-counter drops several times a day, you may have chronic dry eye due to decreased tear production without knowing it, like me. And my doctor prescribed Restasis.
With continued use, Restasis helps increase your natural ability to produce tears, which may be reduced by inflammation due to chronic dry eye. It should not be used by patients with active eye infections and has not been studied in patients with a history of herpes viral infections of the eye. The most common side effect is a temporary burning sensation.
More of my own tears. Thanks, Restasis.
Mother Nature working her magic this morning. Look at that sky.
How pretty is that? It's gorgeous. If you can, run over to your TV set. You got about 2 seconds to get
sprint.
there. Yeah.
9 minutes after 6 o'clock, 63 degrees outside.
Let's check in with Pat Brady, who has a bird's eye view of that beautiful sunrise this morning. Hey, Pat, good morning.
Hi there. Captain Bob was trying to help Mother Nature a little bit, try to get the sun to come up a little bit more quickly, but is that not the most spectacular sunrise? Ooh, can eye on this morning. Well, fortunately, there's not much to keep an eye on. We're traveling up 271, looking at local and express lanes right here in and about Mayfield Road. Everything is all quiet everywhere we've been so far this morning. In fact, we'll take a look and show you with our Fox Cam one of the places that we were recently, which was down in the Cloverleaf area. 77, 480, everything is looking good. We're in the 6 o'clock hour now, and we're still trouble-free. Well, again, I'm having a hard time with my eye on my job.
Know what you mean, Pat. I tell you what, we have had some beautiful sunrises over the last several weeks with some of these decorative clouds early in the morning because we've had so much dry weather. Very little haze when you have the humidity this low. And in fact, let's take a look at it once again. I love the sound of it. Crank that up again. Can we do that one more time? There we go. Like the crescendo with that. Beautiful sunrise this morning. That's worth another look maybe later on. We'll check that out coming up later if you happen to miss that second shot. Any rate, let's take a look now weather-wise, and we have a couple things to watch in the form of some clouds well to the northwest. You know, it's a pretty uneventful summer when all you're watching is clouds. I know it seems kind of boring, and really this summer has been boring when you look at satellite pictures and radar pictures like this when you have very little activity. And this is what's going to happen. These clouds are actually going to become better organized, and there is a low northwest of us that's slowly going to drape itself across Ohio as it kind of links up with another cold front, and we'll have a chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow along that front. Now, this summer is very difficult to forecast because it's been so dry, and hopefully this one doesn't wash out. And this one's a little different than the ones in the past, and I'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. Notice temperatures. And again, these are official reporting stations, so certainly cooler in many locations. Worcester at 50, 55 at Hopkins, 62 here in town, Akron Canton 56, Ashtabula 52. We'll have some web weather spies coming up a little bit later on that really shows that with this weather, with clear skies, how the cold air sinks in some of the outlying areas and some of the sheltered valleys, and really begins to develop that huge temperature difference from some of those nooks and crannies as opposed to the temperature here in town. 62 at Burke Lakefront, winds out of the south-southwest, light and becoming variable this morning. Again, Akron Canton at 56. So here we go with the incredibly dry air overhead. We have had a trough over the eastern half of the country, but since most of the eastern half of the country is incredibly dry, sometimes these computers have a very difficult time handling these cold fronts. So what happens, the computer doesn't really understand that we've been so dry, so it pushes the cold front across the area as if nothing's going on, as if there really is no dry air to work with. The bottom line is, though, we know in reality that really of the last 3 or 4 weeks, every time we've had a front, the front's washed out and we haven't had much in the way of thunderstorms. So it makes it very difficult to forecast these little mini cold fronts much further out than a day or two. So stay up with us on the position on these things the next couple of days. I'm sure the forecast is going to change quite a bit. But in general, we do have a front tomorrow. We're hoping this one hangs together and produces some thunderstorms during the day. But again, this is going to be a touch and go type pattern because the front, watch what happens by Wednesday into Thursday. It turns into a stationary front and just kind of meanders across the Ohio River. If that stalled front meanders a little further north, we could have a chance for some thunderstorms not only tomorrow, but Wednesday and into Thursday. Again, a lot of change on this forecast. We'll keep you updated on that. There's your drive time forecast. Will be sunny and probably hit a high today of around 82 with a few clouds popping up late today. So fairly comfortable. Some of us tomorrow morning could wake up to a few embedded thunderstorms, mainly to the west. Overnight lows around 65, and we're hoping this front doesn't wash out. Again, it's showing signs that it wants to produce some thunderstorms tomorrow amid some clouds. We'll keep that in the forecast in general with our chances at about 40% with highs around 79. And there's your pick day, Saturday, the pick day of the week. Even if this front hangs around, it should be long gone by the weekend. Highs on Saturday around 75, Sunday 77, but the rest of the week, starting tomorrow through Thursday, we have a chance, about a 40% chance now for thunderstorms each day. So okay. I know we say one thing and sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but hopefully this works out.
All right, very good. Thank you.
See you guys.
14 minutes after 6 o'clock. In the news this morning, the Catholic Church has agreed to pay millions to hundreds of people who say they were abused by priests. Closed-door meetings were held this weekend between the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Los Angeles and victims' attorneys. The church will pay over $600 million to more than 500 victims. One abuse survivor isn't surprised. She thinks the church is cutting a deal to avoid trials.
I think he did like a cost-benefit analysis to try and figure out, okay, which is the easiest way for him so he wouldn't have to testify, he wouldn't get up there and be culpable. So the whole world could know what he knows and what he did not do to protect vulnerable kids.
Each victim will receive about $1.2 million. It's the largest settlement since the sex abuse scandal broke in Boston 5 years ago.
The two Democratic presidential frontrunners are virtually neck and neck when it comes to raising money. So far, Barack Obama's campaign has raised $34 million for the primary season. The money comes from more than 250,000 donors. His challenger, Senator Hillary Clinton, has raised $33 million for the primaries. But the financial outlook isn't as good for one Republican hopeful. A report shows John McCain's campaign is just over $3 million in the bank and is nearly $2 million in debt. Campaign spent more than it raised from April through June. The news comes just days after a shakeup in the McCain camp.
Well, Ford is not commenting on a report that it plans to sell Volvo. The luxury automaker is part of Ford's premier automotive group. The Sunday Times of London says Ford has already made the decision to sell Volvo, but has not decided on the time and make an announcement. Well, Ford will only say that its board did meet last week and that the company is weighing its options on how to return to profitability. Well, there's only one team in the AL Central that the Indians don't have a winning record against.
Kansas City has been a royal pain all season long, but the long ball could be the prescription that makes it go away. We'll have the highlights coming up next.
Plus, a big league club sets a new standard for losing. It's 10,000 and counting.
And it's generosity that may have people who organize this event doing a double take. We're back in 2.
You're watching Fox 8 News, broadcast in high definition. Monday's #1 show is down to just 6.
How long, please?
Chef Ramsay has some winning advice for those remaining.
This is where it separates a chef from a donkey.
All new Hell's Kitchen, part of 2 Full Hours at 8, 7 Central tonight on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Where can you get a Mercedes-Benz for the price of a Toyota? Only at the #1 volume Mercedes-Benz dealer in Ohio, Mercedes-Benz of North Olmsted. You can drive a new 2007 Mercedes-Benz C230 Sports Sedan for $29,995. That's right, brand new 2007 C230 Sports Sedans, just $29,995. New C230s with sunroof, 7-speed automatic transmission, sports seats, and more for under $30,000. Only at Mercedes-Benz of North Olmsted.
95.5, The Fish, safe for the whole family. Start your day with Len Hauser, Brooke Taylor, and the family-friendly morning show. No bad language. No R-rated songs. Safe for the whole family. 95.5, The Fish, WFHM.
Hey, guy from work I don't really know.
I don't know your name, so I'll just call you a dude.
To be polite, I'll talk to you, but I really just want to eat my breakfast.
I'm so hungry, I don't hear a word you're saying. So I'm going to look at my watch, act like I'm late.
Hey, well, hope I don't see you later.
Me too.
Who has time to talk when McDonald's has a delicious breakfast sandwich for every taste? Bagels, biscuits, McMuffin, and McGriddle sandwiches. And don't forget our premium roast coffee.
The medical profession has always served society well, but medical mistakes do happen, and the consequences are often catastrophic. Insurance companies and hospitals fight hard to avoid responsibility. We can help you. Elk & Elk provides a team of attorneys, doctors, and nurses working with the nation's leading medical experts to get answers and results. Call 1-888-ELK-OHIO. Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries.
Fred Meyer Superstore is having a giant red, white, and blue tag sale. Buy a used car, truck, or SUV and get up to $5 grand back. Red tags get $1,000 cash back. White tags get $2 grand cash back. Blue tags get $5 grand cash back. 0 down delivers and make no payments for 6 months. Credit problems? Our ScoreMax credit approval software will show us how to get you approved instantly. Take a test drive and get 2 free Indians tickets.
Fred Martin Superstore off I-76 in Barberton.
We're the Fred Martin Car Guys. We know cars.
We finished our check of 271 local and express from 480 all the way up to its beginning at I-90. Now we're transitioning back through town and we're headed westbound across the Shoreway, just passing over East 185th Street. And you can see that the traffic is extremely light here, and it pretty much is every place else we've flown so far this morning. Scott, I'm going to pull out here because you know what? Not only was the view great in the eastbound direction with the sunrise, but as I pull up here, look at this going westbound, equally as stunning.
Check that out. Great picture. Thank you very much, Pat. Looking perfect as we look out over Lake Erie as the waves have been very quiet. Great weekend for boating too, with the relatively calm winds and the relatively warm air in place. It's been really perfect for heading out onto Lake Erie. Well, before we take a look at the weather specifically, we will first off actually look at the clouds coming in from the northwest. Forecast coming up a little bit later. We do have a front, and I know we've had a handful of these things. I know everybody's wondering, wait a minute, you guys talk about cold fronts coming in. Every time we have one come in here, nothing happens. That's what happens when you get a drought. Sometimes these cold fronts hit the dry air and the dry ground and they break apart. Hopefully this one will not be that way. This one looks a little stronger and it's going to get hung up right over Ohio. So we do have a chance for some thunderstorms over the next couple of days. Again, forecast details coming up in just a little bit. Now we send it back inside into the studio, way down the hallway to Melissa with a different look. Melissa.
Yes, Scott, we're looking at satellite radar. We're going to take a look at that here in just a minute and show you that we do have a few clouds out there. Otherwise, lots of sunshine in store for us today with highs in the low 80s, although we're still awaiting our next chance of rain, which will come late tonight into the day tomorrow, as Scott was just showing us. There's a front. Can you believe it's still just stationary to our south? It came through our region late last week. Will be mostly sunny for this morning and the afternoon, partly cloudy by this evening, and one to throw up dew points for you regionally. We're at 46. That means the temperature would drop all the way to 46 to get 100% humidity. We're not even close. And we'll continue to climb with the temperature, which means it's going to feel very comfortable out, very low humidity for us today. First pitch forecast, 7:05 tonight, upper 70s, partly cloudy for the Tribe. A great night to head out and see the Indians play.
Boy, it really is. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good looking forecast. Well, just a few days after signing a new contract, the Indian slugger returns to form.
Could they get Hafner or CC? There it goes, right field, maybe in Brockville. Yep, it is a home run.
Travis Hafner hit a home run halfway to Willoughby to give the Tribe an early lead against Kansas City. Later, it was Ryan Garco's turn to go deep with a solo home run. Fausto Carmona pitched 7 solid innings, and Joe Borowski got another save as the Tribe beat the Royals 5-3, 5-3, I should say. They also took 2 out of 3 in the weekend series. And hopefully the Indians can keep on beating teams in their division. Up next, the Chicago White Sox. Cliff Lee takes the mound tonight to open the 3-game series at Jacobs Field. First pitch is at 7:05. Lee is 4-4 in his career against the Sox.
Well, if you think it's tough being a Cleveland Indians fan, be happy you don't live in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Phillies have now reached a milestone in losing. Last night, the Phillies lost their 10,000th game in franchise history. It's the first time any pro sports team has reached the 10,000 loss level. Phillies have been playing for 125 years. By the way, they won the World Series once. That was back in 1980.
Yeah, beautiful pitch.
Well, Mr. Zedek.
It's a great day. Let's play 2. That was the cry at Lakewood Park yesterday. 2 teams playing baseball using rules from the 1860s. The Akron Black Stockings took on local dignitaries and members of the Historical Society. The vintage games have become a summertime tradition. If you're just getting up this morning, your time right now is 6:24. It's 63 degrees outside. There's a whole lot more of Fox 8 News in the morning coming your way.
After months and years on the run, fugitives get a shot at a second chance. See how many took advantage of it.
Plus, the future of Fox 8 News is almost here. We'll have a sneak peek at our brand new look.
And Pat gives us another look at the morning commute. Sky Fox HD traffic is next.
You are watching Fox 8 News in the morning with news, weather, and Sky Fox HD traffic every 8 minutes.
Matt, you better bring it in. We got a major vibration in that last turn. Why is it vibrating like that? I'm trying to stop.
That doesn't make any sense. No reason at all.
There it goes. There it is.
So, do you have that figured out yet?
Looks like Matt Kenseth is thinking Arby's new popcorn chicken shakers, made with 100% natural all-white meat chicken. Add as much or as little buffalo or barbecue sauce as you'd like, then just shake it up. It's a whole new flavor experience that'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's. Don't forget, Arby's is open late.
Believe it or not, I struggled with car buying issues until my friend showed me this book. Every page is filled with helpful car advice.
It helped me get a great deal on the highest safety-rated minivan ever built, the Kia Sedona, with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program.
Because the more you know, the less you don't know.
Now with 2.9% APR plus 500 bonus cash.
The Sunnyside Nissan traffic report featuring Sky Fox is coming up next on Fox 8 News in the morning.
What are you doing?
Getting ready for my test.
A test? What subject?
Cholesterol.
Are you nervous?
Well, last time I didn't do so great.
You?
Yeah, but I'm getting extra help.
Cheerios is the only leading cold cereal proven to lower cholesterol.
Grandpa, I hope you score 100 on your test.
Well, I'm shooting for something like 190.
Thanks for having us back.
Sure. Where's Bob?
Travel cutbacks, but meet little Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, we've outlined the inventory management process, and we have some recommendations. If you look at the flow chart on page 19.
Is this a joke?
Trying to save your company a little money?
You talking to me?
Got dry, cracked skin, ringworm, jock itch, psoriasis, athlete's foot? For fast relief, reach for the medicine chest in a jar. Blue Star. Ask for it.
Gorgeous shot from Pat Brady this morning at the Greater Cleveland skyline. It is 6:27 and it's 63 degrees outside. Hope you have a great day today.
Listening to the Police in the background. I think they're going to be at the Q tonight.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Together for the first time since what, 1984, I think. It's going to be a sold out crowd, of course.
Yeah.
Did you get your tickets?
No, I didn't get mine. You know what? It's too late.
Yeah,
the concert's too late.
Oh, it's too late for you. Yeah, you need your sleep. Yeah, sometimes you do. But you can go on like an hour and a half when the Cavs are in the playoffs and all that good stuff.
But that's not good. I'm telling you.
Okay, time to see how those roads are looking on a Monday morning with Pat Brady up in Sky Fox. Hi, Pat.
Hi there. I think what they should do is any of the things that we want to go see should always happen on a Friday night so we wouldn't have to worry about getting up the next morning. We are traveling down the Interbelt right now and all the way inbound on the East Shore Way, southbound on the Interbelt. Everything checks out perfectly fine. But don't forget, if you're traveling during the midday hours, the West 14th Street entrance ramp, the East 9th Street exit, as well as the two right-hand lanes are going to be worked on. So you'll only have room on the left-hand side, and there have been delays. So do plan extra travel time during the midday. Right now, everything's looking really cool. So we'll take a Fox flight. We'll do it over on 71 right now. And for those of you who are traveling the section between 82 and 480, and for that matter, coming all the way up into downtown Cleveland, you should encounter no delays. We're live from Sky Fox HD. I'm Pat Brady with Captain Bob.
Thank you both for that update, and I'm sure Scott's enjoying the morning outside.
Very, very nice outside. Absolutely. Temperatures in the 50s, and the grass is getting greener. By the way, over the weekend, I was watering the garden, and I finally, amidst the foliage of cucumber leaves, I finally found a couple of nice-sized cucumbers and about half a dozen green peppers. So I'll bring those in tomorrow. We can, I don't know, make a salad or do whatever. With the peppers here this early in the morning. Kind of early to eat peppers, but we'll bring them in nonetheless. All right, let's take a look at the weather, shall we? We have had a lot of sunshine. We did have some showers early yesterday morning, and those were gone by about 2 in the morning. Maybe you woke up with some damp ground. We have not had really many cold fronts this summer that have produced widespread rainfall. And this one hopefully will be an exception. Looks a little stronger. The overall pattern's one that I think is going to be one that'll hang around, keep these fronts hanging around for a little bit. So we'll have a couple chances for some thunderstorms during the week. 55, by the way, the temperature at Hopkins, 62 here in town. Feels a little cooler than that here at Fox 8. And winds out of the south-southwest at around 5 miles an hour. Akron-Canton, 56. And the visibility, extremely good. 10-mile visibility. So here's the pattern now. We have a flow out of the northwest, which typically produces thunderstorms, but the air is so dry and the ground is so dry. Anytime we've had any cold fronts trying to work through Ohio, Indiana, northern Kentucky, Michigan, these fronts have been dying away. Hopefully this one's going to hold together. It still shows some signs that it is weakening a little bit, but I think there'll be just enough kick, just enough oomph with this front where we'll have some thunderstorms. Some of us might wake up to a few raindrops early tomorrow morning, and maybe a few thunderstorms might kick up along that front later on tomorrow afternoon. What'll happen Wednesday into Thursday, that front's going to get hung up. Now, a lot of uncertainty on this forecast, so stay up with us on the latest. If it gets hung up near Ohio, we'll keep chances for thunderstorms going Wednesday and into Thursday. But I can guarantee you this, we're not going to have any widespread rainfall over these 3 days. We'll have maybe some breaks of hazy sunshine, but with that front close by, we can't rule out the chance that we're going to get rained on starting tomorrow and continuing through the end of the week. So 82 today, a lot of sun, few pop-up clouds this afternoon, which could very well produce some thunder late tonight and early tomorrow morning amidst that a very humid air that's going to accompany this front. 65 tonight. Tomorrow we'll hover right around 80, 79, 80, 81 with a lot of clouds, scattered thunderstorms along that cold front. And there's your 8-day, which will keep the chances going. Not great chances, mind you, but chances nonetheless on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday into the weekend. I think this front's going to push finally out of here, and it should be pretty nice on Saturday and Sunday. I'll bring in some of those peppers tomorrow. Softball-sized peppers.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Good.
I don't know. Luck. It's luck. I don't know how I did it.
Hot or mild, do you know?
No, these are mild. Just the green peppers. Normal green peppers.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
Turning to our top story on a Monday morning, a mother accused of killing her son goes on trial.
Lisa Henry set the fire and she then tried to kill herself last September. Fox 8 News reporter Stacey Fry joining us. She's live outside the Lake County Courthouse with more information. Good morning once again, Stacey.
Good morning, Wayne and Tracy. Some question whether Lisa Henry was even competent to stand trial for the murder of her 25-year-old son. The court decided that she is. So later this morning, she will go on trial for aggravated murder and arson. It was last September when Lisa called her husband, John. He came home to find her in the bathtub, wrist slit, and a suicide note. He got her outside, then rescued the couple's 3 grandchildren, but he couldn't get to his own son, Mike, in time. The 25-year-old had cerebral palsy and was confined to a wheelchair. Lisa was apparently despondent over her mother's recent death and called her husband at work before all of this. At the time, her father said he had no idea she was so distraught.
I never seen no signs where she was uncomfortable, because she was always happy-go-lucky, and but you don't know a person's inside. It just keeps building up. I think that's what happened.
At the time of the fire last September, everybody we talked to told us what a devoted, caring, loving mother that Lisa Henry was. They're just absolutely shocked that she could possibly be accused of any of this, yet her murder trial starts later this morning.
Stacey Fry reporting live from the city of Painesville this morning. Thank you very much, Stacey. It is a parent's worst nightmare. 13-year-old boy found dead after fire destroys the family home. Flames engulfing this home down in Canton early Saturday morning. Lisa and James Crislip made it out okay, but their son Michael did not. The family had an escape plan, but investigators believe the boy was standing on the roof of the house, the roof of the front porch, when it collapsed. Firefighters say the age of that home helped to fuel the flames.
Poses problem with wood that's dried out over a period of 100 or so years. Sometimes they have void spaces that fire gets in, and you end up chasing it all around the house.
Our county coroner has not made a positive identification because the boy's body was so badly burned. DNA testing, we're told, is needed. The Red Cross now providing temporary housing for that family.
A woman who abandoned her newborn daughter last month has now been charged with child endangering. 30-year-old Brandy Weiser admits leaving the baby girl on the doorstep of a retired school nurse in Worcester. She dropped the baby off while searchers were out looking for Jessie Davis. DNA tests confirmed the infant was not connected to the murdered pregnant woman. The infant is now in foster care. The numbers are in, and organizers say Operation Safe Surrender was a huge success in Summit County. The Fugitive Safe Surrender program started Wednesday and wrapped up Saturday at the House of Lord Church in Akron. The U.S. Marshal's office says more than 1,100 people turned themselves in. The program offers offenders the opportunity to take their first step toward clearing both their name and their record.
The annual Twins Day Festival is getting a multi-million-dollar donation from who else? Twin farmers. The men came from Pennsylvania to the Twins Day celebration in Twinsburg every year since the 1970s. In fact, they loved it so much they put it in their wills. The money comes from the sale of their estate, which is worth $4 to $5 million. Festival organizers should see some of that cash by the end of the month and millions more by the end of the year. Well, it doesn't take millions to put cool gadgets inside your car. Many vehicles have phones, DVD players, navigation systems, just to name a few. But if you had the ability, what gadget would you put inside your car? You can send us an email by going to the unplugged link at myfoxcleveland.com, or you can call us with your comments at 216-432-4259. Todd Meany going to join us in our 7 o'clock hour with your thoughts and your emails.
I'm going to have to think about this one. Well, Fox 8 was the first to bring you your local news in high definition. But we're not done yet.
After months of hard work, the future is taking shape. Up next, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes tour of our new high-tech look.
Then in Fox Family Health, why jet lag may not be the reason for feeling bad after those long flights. Don't go away.
You're watching Fox 8 News, broadcast in high definition.
Closed caption is brought to you by the injury lawyers at Elk & Elk.
Coming up on the next morning show, females who snapped.
It's a terrifying look at ordinary women who turn into cold-blooded killers.
How did it happen and what drove them to murder?
Then his identity was stolen.
You know, I really got a raw deal here.
You won't believe who the thief was and how he got away with it. It's coming up on the morning show.
This morning at 9 on Fox 8.
At Perkins Restaurants, there's a wrap sandwich for everyone, like our beefy steak fajita wrap with spicy grilled sirloin, peppers, onions, and cheese. A zesty new buffalo chicken wrap, crunchy chicken tenders, buffalo hot sauce, and blue cheese dressing. And the irresistible ham and cheese breakfast wrap, honey ham, fluffy scrambled eggs, and Swiss cheese. Summer wraps are here, starting at $5.99 and served all day for a limited time at Perkins. Breakfast is just the beginning.
Well, I donated my son's old car.
It's easy, it's a great way to help others, and you get a tax deduction as a bonus.
It helps a lot with those taxes.
Donating the car to the Volunteers of America just made good sense to me.
Now, I donated the car, I got a tax deduction.
Got some tax deduction on my taxes for the year. So it worked out very well from my point of view.
And more meaningful than turning your vehicle in for a trade-in.
It's hassle-free, and don't forget, it's tax deductible.
A truck is something you can count on every day. And you know you can count on Toyota trucks, like the all-new Tundra. With more power and more room, it's Toyota's biggest and best truck ever. Now, for a limited time, you can get 0% financing up to 60 months on any new 07 Tundra. Or get $3,000 cash back. That's 0 for 60 or $3,000 cash back on the all-new Tundra. The truck that's changing it all. At your Toyota dealer now.
It only happens once a year. The Summer Backyard Expo at the Great Escape, where you get deep discounts on everything for backyard fun, like incredible 3-for-free deals on brand name patio sets and much more. Buy an outdoor patio set and get a free 9-foot market umbrella, free in-store rebate up to $500, and free financing for 1 year. Choose from our garden collection with patio sets starting at $299. Huge savings on Tropitone, Lloyd Flanders, and Lane Venture collections. Hurry in, the expo ends soon.
Escape your everyday, shop the Great Escape.
Our Sky Fox salute this hour is going out to Mayfield Village, and it's going out to Pat and Jack Funk. Pat and Jack, we're joining your daughter, Pat Brown, in wishing you a cool, very cool day.
All right, Pat and Jack, good morning. Pat, thank you very much. And if you would like a Sky Fox salute, just go to our website, myfoxcleveland.com.
And then click on the morning show link, and then click on the Sky Fox salute icon and send us in your information.
All right, eating too many carbs could hurt your vision.
Here now is this morning's Fox Family Health Report. New research shows foods loaded with sugar and starch may make your eyes more vulnerable to age-related macular degeneration. The condition affects the retina and can lead to blindness. The study suggests diets rich in antioxidants may help keep your vision clear.
The CDC is tweaking its guidelines about who should get a meningitis vaccine. The old recommendation was all teenagers should get the vaccine before going to high school or college. But now they recommend all adolescents between the ages of 11 and 18 should get the shot.
Jet lag may not be the reason you feel bad after a long flight. New researchers suggest that it may actually be a form of altitude sickness. People in the study reported headaches, nausea, and other symptoms after being exposed to carbon pressure equal to what you'd experience at 8,000 feet above sea level. The study shows lowering the pressure to 6,000 feet made people feel better on longer flights.
If you are just getting up on this beautiful Monday morning, 6:38 is your time right now.
Well, you got that right. It is a beautiful day out there. Here now is Scott with a look at how the rest of your day is shaping up.
Good morning, Tracy and Wayne. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, this day is going to be perfect. It's starting out on a very quiet note. No heavy clouds moving in from the west. So as we look now, we're going to have a chance for some thunderstorms coming in tomorrow. But just like every front that's approached us since early June, this one looks as if it might try to weaken a little bit. And the reason being, the air is so dry and the ground is so dry, sometimes the computers and all these fancy pieces of equipment that all of us have to try to forecast the weather, sometimes they don't really handle the weather very easily. Sometimes they over-exaggerate the storms coming in here during a drought. However, this one could be different. I think this one's going to produce some rain. We will talk about that coming up in the 8-day forecast in about 10 minutes or so. Melissa Mack in the studio with a look at the drive time and boaters and a whole bunch of other stuff. Melissa.
Hey, sounds good, Scott. We do need the rainfall, and actually I think it would be just as beautiful to see the rain as it is to see the sun this morning, just because we are in such dire need of that rainfall. We're going to take a look at the Buckeye State and show you that everything is all dry. You see a few showers trying to press in through south central Michigan. Not going to make it here. Air is still very dry. Boaters forecast water temperature up to 73 off of Cleveland. Winds today will be blowing in from the southwest, 10 knots or less, and waves 2 feet or less, so great day for boating. Current temp out there right now is 62. For your drive time forecast, clear and cool this morning, low 60s, near 70 for your lunch hour, sunshine, and partly to mostly sunny by this evening, 82. Time now to check in with your traffic report at this hour with Pat Brady. Good morning.
It's a great morning out here, Melissa. So far, we're absolutely trouble-free. We're continuing our check of I-90 heading out to westbound. We passed over Crocker, and we're coming up on Route 83 here in Avon. And whether you're going to be traveling east or westbound on I-90, no delays whatsoever. But if you're headed outbound on the West Shore, we have a report of a car fire right in and around Edgewater Park. So if you're headed that direction, be sure to watch for it. We're live from Sky Fox HD. Back to Wayne and Tracy.
All right, thank you. We're so excited about this. Tonight on Fox 8 News at 5, we unveil a brand new look. The transformation of the Fox 8 News studio was a year in the making.
And for the past month, crews have been working around the clock. They've been working overtime to revamp the studio to keep you informed. From start to finish, here's a look at what went into building our state-of-the-art new set. Here it is. There it is.
Wow, it's amazing how quickly they put it together, and it just looks so awesome. That 131-inch TV screen.
That'd be a nice one to have at the house.
We're all jealous of it.
Yeah, we want your opinion on our new look. To share your thoughts, go to our website, myfoxcleveland.com. When you get there, click on blogs.
And you can also watch a complete time lapse and take a virtual tour on our website. Just click on News, then News Said. And be sure to tune in for the official unveiling tonight on Fox 8 News at 5 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Well, Lord Voldemort isn't the only one that Harry Potter has to battle.
Some shifting robots. Say that 3 times at 6 o'clock in the morning. They also want to take down the boy wizard. Up next, it's a battle of the blockbusters as we count down the weekend's top 5 flicks.
Are you sick of emptying your bank account to fill up your gas tank? Kenny Crumpton has a solution. But first, here's a look at last night's winning lottery numbers.
Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together.
You are watching Fox 8 News in the morning with news, weather, and Skyfox HD traffic every 8 minutes.
Truck. Gotta get a truck.
And Premier Toyota sells trucks and America's best cars. New Toyota Camrys, premier priced only $199 a month. New Toyota Tundras, premier priced at $199 a month. But hurry, it ends Sunday. All 7 Camrys and Tundras this week only. Your choice, $199 a month. Only at Premier Toyota.
Truck. Gotta get a truck.
Experience the difference of Premier Toyota Scion. Take 2, Route 2, Amherst.
Easy Off BAM Power Cleaner has the power to remove stains like soap scum. To remove soap scum. Just spray and wipe wherever there's soap scum. To remove soap scum. Better than scrubbing bubbles. Better than scrubbing bubbles. Bam. Tiles, tubs, shower doors, sinks. Bam. Tiles, tubs, shower doors, sinks. It even has the power to remove lime scale. The power has the power to remove lime scale. Just spray it on and look at that shine. Look at that shine. Easy off, bam! And you're done.
Welcome to the Whole Grain Nation.
Now millions of people know where to find whole grain.
Whole grain? That's a great idea.
Only General Mills gives you whole grain in all your favorite cereals, guaranteed.
It's good for my heart. It's good for my weight. I feel good about giving this to my family.
Just look for the G on any General Mills cereal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Total.
Lucky Charms.
Great taste with whole grain in every bowl.
It's that easy.
What about your family? Are you part of the Whole Grain Nation?
Just look for the G, and you're there.
Don't get shut out. During Mazda's Model Year Closeout, save on our best lineup ever. Like Mazda 3, more interior room and standard horsepower than Civic and Corolla. Or Mazda CX-7, starting at $4,055 less than Nissan Murano. Get 0.0% APR financing on the 07 Mazda 3, Mazda 6, CX-7, and CX-9. Mazda's Model Year Closeout. When it's over, it's over.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Welcome back with a live look from St. Louis. Scott, say hello to your school.
Yeah. St. Louis University. Went there years and years, long time ago.
Were you able to take in sunrises like this?
No, I wasn't. I was usually long asleep at this hour.
Or with your face buried in a book.
In a book. Oh, yeah, right.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that is pretty. They're having a great day, too.
6:48 your time right now. Here's a check on some of the stories making headlines on this Monday morning.
Well, trial begins today for a woman accused of setting a fire that killed her son. Lisa Henry faces charges of aggravated murder and arson. Her 25-year-old disabled son died when flames destroyed their home in Perry Township last year.
Gas prices continue to rise across the country. The latest figures show a spike of 6 cents per gallon over the last 3 weeks. The national average, $3.05 here in Cleveland. It cost about $3.14 a gallon to fill up, although I'm paying about $3.19 where I live.
Ooh-wee. Well, home runs from Travis Hafner and Ryan Garco powered the Tribe to victory on Sunday. Fostar Kimona picked up his 11th win as the Indians beat the Royals 5-3. The Tribe opens a 3-game series with the White Sox at Jacobs Field later on tonight.
All right, what's happening as far as traffic is concerned on this first day of the work week?
Let's go back upstairs to Pat Brady up in Skyfox along with Captain Bob this morning.
What a fantastic Monday morning. It'd be nice if it was another play day instead of a work day, but still absolutely terrific. We finished our check of I-90 all the way out to Avon, turned south on Route 83, and now we're going to be heading back eastbound on 480 to see if anything's going on here. But pretty much all is quiet so far this morning. We'll take a look downtown with our camera at the West 14th Street area where 77 and the Jennings Freeway traffic come together, and things are still moving along steadily. The only thing we have a report of is a possible car fire on the West Shoreway near Edgewater Park, and that is outbound from downtown, not inbound. Well, Scott, I'm still looking at an absolutely fantastic sky this morning. Are we going to still stay decoratively cloudy?
Yes, we will, Pat, as a matter of fact. A couple more clouds will start to pop up later on this afternoon, but the weather is looking perfect today. A couple notches warmer than yesterday. And as we look at the maps now, we might get some thunderstorms. Not today, but by this time tomorrow. Some spots could be getting maybe a few thunderstorms, and we'll see how that goes. But overall, the forecast is looking pretty good. We are going to probably factor in some temperatures that'll probably stay in the low mid 70s. A lot of low-level moisture too, which obviously is a fancy term for saying that it's going to get more humid. So there you go. 82 today. Sunshine, a few decorative high clouds later on this afternoon, and maybe waking up to a few rumbles of thunder west of Cleveland tomorrow morning. 65. And the way it's looking now, we might see some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow. About a 40 to 50% chance along another cold front. Now, this one's a little different than the one that came through over the weekend and the ones that have been coming through over the last 3 to 4 weeks. I think this one hangs around a little longer, and it might hang around long enough where if you don't see any thunderstorms tomorrow, you might have another chance coming in on Wednesday and into Thursday. So we'll see how that goes. You guys ready to play the quiz this morning?
We are ready to go.
Okay. Well, before we get to the question, which you might remember some of the specifics on this question from a story last week. That's a little teaser. On the phone with us is Holly Finley. Holly, you are from Brooklyn, correct?
Correct.
All right, Holly, are you ready to play the quiz this morning?
I sure am.
Okay, if you remember, we had a story last Friday about the lotto, the chances of having the exact same lotto numbers 2 days in a row.
I remember the numbers.
What was
the odds?
The odds are like
9 in a trillion.
A trillion. A trillion stuck in my mind, and I thought, well, if you had a trillion of anything, how long would it take you to count to 1 trillion? All right, that's the coffee quiz question for the day.
Okay.
Is how long would it take you to count to 1 trillion?
1 trillion.
Would it take you 3 months, 3 years, 3,000 years, or 31,000 years? And if you remember, we were talking about this last week, and I think I gave you guys the answer to this.
You did.
You did, and I don't remember.
And I can't remember if it's 3,000 years or 31,000 years. So I'm going to go with 31,000.
31,000 years? All right, Wayne, what do you think?
I'll say 3,000.
3,000? Okay, Holly, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Tracy.
All right, you said what, 31,000?
I didn't sound very confident either.
All right, let's see the answer. It would take you 31,000 years to count to 1 trillion. That's if you average a number each second. It would take you 31,000. That's a lot of years.
That's a long time.
It's a long time. Well, Holly, thank you very much for playing this morning.
Well, thank you.
All right, you win a $25 gift certificate to Mr. Chicken, 4 tickets to Kennywood, and a prize pack from Armstrong Air. So there you have it. We're going to do quadrillion. No, I'm just kidding. It'll take you a billion years to count. Then the numbers get so big you can't even comprehend it.
Right.
If you want to send a postcard, send it here to the Post Office Box 93509 Cleveland 44101.
I'm glad I was listening to you because you warned us. You said,
I warned you. It's going to come up in the quiz question. Oh, why not bring it up?
I'm like, oh, don't worry about it, Scott. I'll forget about it by the weekend.
I had it in the computer like 5 minutes later.
Did you? Okay.
See you.
Thank you. 6:53 right now, 63 degrees outside.
If your Monday morning commute takes you along the Innerbelt Bridge, here's what you'll run into, and not bad at all. Traffic moving along nicely. Pat Brady has a more detailed look at traffic in just a couple of minutes.
But first, we're going to scoot on over to Kenny Crumpton.
That's right. Scooters, and more scooters, guys. Look at these things. So, you're tired of paying those high gas prices? We got a solution. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us.
Even if no one in your family is sick, millions of viruses and bacteria are still spreading through your home. But even if you can't see them, you can do something about them. Help stop the spread of germs with Lysol disinfectant spray. It kills more than 99.9% of viruses and bacteria, like E. coli and rotavirus. No wonder it's the #1 pediatrician recommended brand. Lysol. Disinfect to protect. Now, Lysol has new, clean, fresh fragrances.
We do have a confirmed sighting. Copy that, black SUV. We do have a visual.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Nitro. Careful, it's Nitro Active. Grab life in a Dodge Nitro and get $750 cash allowance.
This is the One Touch Ultra Mini. As you can see, it's pretty simple as blood glucose meters go. Nothing fancy, nothing to figure out. It gives you a number quickly, then slips back into a pocket or a purse so you can just get on with it. And now the One Touch Ultra Mini is available in 3 new crowd-pleasing colors at absolutely no charge. Very nice. Call 1-866-469-8192 to see if you qualify. One touch changes everything.
Hey, guy from work. I don't really know.
I don't know your name, so I'll just call you a dude.
To be polite, I'll talk to you, but I really just want to eat my breakfast.
I'm so hungry, I don't hear a word you're saying. So I'm gonna look at my watch, act like I'm late.
Hey, well, hope I don't see you later.
Me too.
Who has time to talk when McDonald's has a delicious breakfast sandwich for every taste? Bagels, biscuits, McMuffin and McGriddle sandwiches. And don't forget our premium roast coffee.
One day, it arrives, and some wonder, who brings it? How does it get here? It remains a mystery. It's coming. The AT&T Real Yellow Pages. No other book has more complete ads and up-to-date listings. So look for AT&T on the cover. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
One of the most anticipated tours of the summer comes to the queue tonight. The Police will play to a sold-out crowd in downtown Cleveland. It is the band's first tour since 1984. Well, once again, moviegoers are wild about Harry.
Here are the weekend's top 5 flicks. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is the #1 movie in America. The 5th film about the boy wizard took in $77 million in its first weekend. That more than doubled last week's #1 movie. However, Transformers still revved up more than $36 million in ticket sales. Pixar's Ratatouille cooked up $18 million to finish in 3rd place. Live Free or Die Hard and License to Wed round out this weekend's top 5 flicks.
All right, Kitty Crumpton has found a great way to beat those gas prices.
Yeah, he's getting around on 2 wheels this morning. Hi, Kenny.
Scoot, scooting.
Yep.
That's right. Pride of Cleveland scooters. We're talking about scooters, and this is Phil Waters, going to be our scooter guru. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Kenny. How you doing?
So you guys, tons of scooters out here because everybody in Cleveland, they're buying scooters. Is that what you're saying?
That's it. That's it. For about 5 or 6 years, we've been doing the scooter thing, and now with the gas prices constantly creeping up on us, we never know what we're going to pay at the pump.
Yeah.
We've got the 100-mile-per-gallon vehicles here.
100 miles per gallon.
And they're fun.
How many gallons on a scooter?
About 2 to 3 gallons.
2 to 3 gallons. So you can go 300 miles on.
Yeah, you can go 2
less
weeks.
than what? Less than 15 bucks?
Oh yeah. Well, on most of these bikes, you can go 2 weeks on $6.
2 weeks on $6. That's amazing. We have a scooter coming up right now. This is pretty interesting. It's a little sidecar scooter. Look at this guy. So there's all different types of scooters out now. People used to think, well, maybe there's only 1 or 2 models, but you really have a lot.
Yeah, there's over 25 models here in our shop. 25 different models. There's about 50 scooters on the showroom floor, so there's a little something for everybody.
And what types of scooters are we seeing that are coming out now with the technology we have?
What's amazing right now is most of the bikes are automatic transmission, so you don't have to shift gears.
Okay.
A lot of the bikes now are fuel injected, so now it's push button and run right away. And some of the stuff we're seeing is 2 wheels on the front, active suspension system, so you can lean the bike over.
2 wheels on the front.
Yeah, corner hard.
We'll take a look at all that
really
stuff.
neat stuff.
Scooters, 2 weeks on $6.
Yep.
2 weeks on $6. Wait a Tracy, go figure.
I can handle that.
Yeah, that'd get you, Tracy, probably out of your front lawn with that big truck of yours, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks, Kenny.
It's coming up on 7 o'clock.
Time to get you caught up on the headlines on a Monday morning.
Disabled man is killed in a house fire. His mother is set to face trial today. She's accused of starting that blaze.
3 deadly shootings in one night, and no one's under arrest. Cleveland police are dealing with what's turning out to be a very violent summer.
Scott and Melissa say that we're looking for an interesting week weather-wise. We'll find out exactly what that means. Fox 8 News in the morning starts right now.
And a good morning to you on a Monday, the 16th day of July 2007. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm Tracy McCool.
And I'm Wayne Dawson. Let's get right to Scott now to find out exactly what's happening as far as Mother Nature is concerned. Good morning, Scott. All right, having some technical difficulties with his mic, and we'll check in with him in just a couple
We'll see if we can get that
minutes.
fixed. Maybe we can toss things over to Pat to give you a peek at your Monday morning commute before you head out the door. Hopefully things are looking pretty good out on the roadways. Pat, are you there? Okay, apparently we don't have Pat either, so we're just going to turn to our top story. A mother and grandmother driven to murder. That is the accusation against a Lake County woman.
Lisa Henry will go on trial today for killing her disabled son. Fox 8 News reporter Stacey Farr live out in Painesville with the latest information for us. Good morning once again, Stacey.
Good morning, Wayne and Tracy. Aggravated murder and aggravated arson. Those are the charges against a Perry Township mom. Prosecutors say that she set a fire that killed her 25-year-old son. This all happened last September. Lisa Henry called her husband at work and was distraught on the phone. He rushed home and found the place on fire. She was in the bathtub with her wrist slit. John Henry got her out and rescued their 3 young grandchildren, but he could not get to his son, Mike.
He was just so shook up. He was sorry about everything that happened. He said, I just couldn't get in and get that kid. The flames were coming out so fast out of that bedroom.
25-year-old Mike Henry had cerebral palsy. He was confined to a wheelchair since he was a child and died inside that home. Lisa Henry apparently told her husband at the time that she missed her mother, who had recently died, and wanted to be in heaven with her. The court has determined that she is competent to stand trial. That trial starting today.
Stacey, thank you very much. Meanwhile, sentencing gets underway this morning for the woman who was convicted of plotting the murder of her wealthy husband. Donna Munda was found guilty of murder for hire. Her boyfriend, Damian Bradford, admits to shooting the man in return for half of Dr. Ghulam Munda's estate. Bradford received 17.5 years in prison in exchange for his testimony. Donna Munda could get the death penalty, or she could get life in prison.
It was a violent weekend in Cleveland. 3 deadly shootings all in one night. They happened on the east side, the west side, and the flats, and no one's been arrested. Fox 8 News reporter Elisa Migo has more.
There's no question about it. Murder rates in the city of Cleveland are on the rise.
That's a shame. It's really a shame.
At this time last year, roughly 60 homicides were reported. So far this year, there have been more than 70. And this weekend's violence only added to that figure.
My son was the greatest guy that you could ever have as a friend.
Last night, Joseph Johnson lost his son to gun violence. Police say 25-year-old Joseph Wynn was shot to death on West 25th in Mulberry near the west bank of the Flats.
He was just a fun-loving guy. That's what I can't understand what happened.
At 3:45 a.m., a second shooting. This time, authorities responded to a call of a male and female shot inside a home on Carrington on the city's near west side. Police say the woman was pronounced dead at the hospital. The male victim survived and is now being treated at Metro Health Medical Center. The third shooting took place on East 121st and Cromwell. Police say a 17-year-old boy was gunned down in the middle of the sidewalk.
I was really shocked. At 17, just like my grandson, I was really hurt. It brought tears to my eyes.
Bernice Cowley has lived in this Cleveland neighborhood for 30 years. She says the violence isn't just here, it's everywhere, and it's time for something to be done.
We need some more police out on the street. We need some more police.
In Cleveland, Elisa Amigo, Fox 8 News.
And police have not released any of the names of the victims. An Ohio woman is under arrest for leaving her 7-week-old baby in the middle of the road. She says she was taking her baby to Satan. A driver in Lebanon, Ohio, called police after spotting the woman naked in the street carrying the newborn. Police found the baby lying on its back on the double yellow line. His mother was found a mile away with blood on her body. She told police that she had taken the baby to the devil. The woman is currently undergoing a mental evaluation, and the baby is in the custody of Children's Services.
It was called the Flip Flop Summer Tour, but if that's what you were wearing at Saturday's big country music concert at Brown Stadium, you might have regretted it. At some point during the Kenny Chesney concert, the stadium lost water pressure. The toilet stopped working and the sewage backed up. Water started dropping from the ceilings onto some of the fans.
We were lucky. We actually went to the bathroom earlier before we were told that we couldn't use up the floor. They said a water main broke in there. Yeah, it was really disgusting.
A broken underground pipe caused the problem. Crews said it would take a few days to repair it. The Soapbox Derby will have a record number of racers when it kicks off today. 597 contestants are registered for the event. That's 80 more than last year. Organizers credit the jump to the Super Kids Classic, which draws 61 disabled riders from all around the country. Racers from 41 states and 6 countries are expected to take part in the Derby this year. If you're just getting up this morning, it is about 5 minutes after 7 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. On a Monday morning. Stay with us on Fox 8 News.
Still to come, a strong earthquake hits Japan. We're going to have the latest on all the damage.
A woman who was singing on stage at a bar is shot and killed right in front of the crowd. We'll have that story. Scott, good morning.
Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, everybody. And a quiet start to the day today. One more nice day before chances for rain come back into the picture. We're hoping that occurs, and I think it will. We'll talk about that coming up a little bit later.
I'm Todd Meany in the studio. We're getting ready for Fox Unplugged. You already got a computer and a phone and a DVD player in your car? What more could you want? We'll talk about it when we come back.
George is jealous of Jerry.
This woman thinks I'm very funny, and now you're going to be funny, so what am I going to be? A short, bald guy with glasses who suddenly doesn't seem so funny.
And Kramer hits a home run king.
I punched Mickey Mantle. What? I punched his lights out.
Next, Seinfeld.
I love you, Mickey. I love you.
Tonight at 7:30 on Fox 8.
Introducing Saturn side-by-side test drive. Test drive an Accord, Camry, and the North American Car of the Year. The Saturn Aura Sports Sedan. All in one place at your participating Saturn retailer. Now get 1.9% APR or $1,500 cash allowance on the 2007 Saturn Aura.
When it came time to get my carpet cleaned, Simple and Quick sounded pretty good. But apparently Simple and Quick didn't mean doing a great job. I had to call Stanley Steamer for that. What a difference. Stanley Steamer moved my furniture, they took the time they needed, and they did a superior job.
Time to get your carpet cleaned? Call today about our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
Sing, Irishmen, sing, so the sound of your voices will ring, and let the world know that it really is so. Sing, Irishmen, sing. Sing, Irishmen, sing, so the sound of your voices will ring, and let the world know that it really is so. Sing, Irishmen, sing.
Got some breaking news to tell you about just coming into the newsroom here, and we want to take you live to Miami, Florida. This, in fact, is the Miami International Airport, where a terminal has been evacuated. Apparently, authorities found what appeared to be an explosive device at a security checkpoint there.
Possible explosive device showed up at an X-ray machine at that checkpoint, and the passengers from Terminal F have been evacuated. This serves the United Airlines domestic and international flights. But right now, just letting you know about a scare that is currently underway at the Miami International Airport. We'll keep you posted as we get more information into the Fox 8 newsroom. If you're just getting up this morning, your time right now is about 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. Hey, do you have an MP3 player in your car, or do you have one of those DVD players?
Well, you're not alone. And this morning, there are even more options for your car. Todd Meany joins us with more on this morning's Fox Unplugged. What more can they think of?
Well, there's all kinds of stuff. You know, let me get back to, you were talking about the Soapbox Derby?
Yes, yes.
You know, I am the defending celebrity Soapbox Derby champion here in the city of Cleveland.
When did you win that, last year?
It was like 5 years ago.
And no one has beaten you?
Well, they tried to have another race and nobody wanted to compete against me. Now here it comes. I'm going to get it now. Yeah, apparently there was a survey out there, and they had the top 10 gadgets or things that you would want in your car. The embedded hands-free phone was top of the list, portable hands-free phone, and some type of emergency or SOS function. I would think like an OnStar or something like that, emergency, you can call somebody. Theft recovery, digital satellite radio, satellite navigation with wireless map updates, adaptive cruise control, integrated CD player with MP3, lane departure warning system.
There you go.
Now, I would think this is for the people who aren't paying attention and who kind of drift.
Yep.
Is that right? And the ability to
There are
connect.
a lot of drifters out there.
Yeah. The ability to connect to your digital audio player. Deanna from Cleveland says there's too many gadgets already out there. She goes. She said all you need is OnStar on the radio. In fact, her brother died as a result of an accident. She says a lot of distractions out there as well. But then Alex from Cleveland calls up and says, I would like a fridge, a blender, an oven because I like to bake, and a fish tank.
A fish tank.
So
What, does
that's
he
like
live
a
in his
Pimp My
car?
Ride episode when
Yes.
they have all that stuff out there.
You know what I want? We were talking about this in the commercial. I want some kind of device that will pick the baby's pacifier up, put it back in the baby's mouth, pick Piglet up, and put it back in the baby's lap.
So you're not doing this?
It's so hard to pay attention
why you're
to.
trying-
Yeah, I know. So you just got to let them cry.
Our producer thought a machine gun would be appropriate.
What?
I don't think he meant a real machine gun. I think one that he could, kind of hit people with rubber bullets and wake them up because they weren't driving real well.
Oh, my.
We're just kind of be creative. Whatever you want to talk, whatever you want to do. Anything you would like to see in your vehicle. Anything from an electronic device to, I guess, a machine gun or anything in between.
Do you have anything in your vehicle right now?
Do I have anything?
Yeah.
I have a radio and my CD player's broke. So.
What about you? Do you?
You know what? I'll be happy just learning how to program the garage door opener thing that you have up.
That's easy to
I
do.
can't.
I got
I've
nothing.
tried. I've tried it 3 or 4 times and I can't figure it out. I don't have that many gadgets in my car now.
I don't have that many in mine either.
I can't
put my
even.
iPod in there. I got my iPod.
Well, when you're driving in the lap of luxury, you don't need anything. You're just at one with your car.
All you need is your shades.
Give us a call, 216-432-4259, myfoxcleveland.com. Send us some emails.
Thanks, Todd.
I have nothing to say. Let's go to Pat Brady up in Sky
Your
Fox.
car
Good
does look
morning.
nice. Hi, Pat.
Hi there. Captain Bob wants a autopilot for Skyfox. But what kind of distraction do you think caused this bumper thumper on 77 northbound of all places? It's the left-hand lane right before the split off for East 9th Street. So anybody heading for 77 right now is going to be sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic that starts already back at Harvard Avenue. And, of course, that backup is building. So be extra careful and be extra patient as you're heading towards downtown. Also got a report of a possible accident at Euclid Avenue and Stokes Boulevard out in University Circle. So be sure to watch for that as well. And we'll take a quick look down at 71 and 480 by the airport. All is well there. We're live from Skyfox HD. Back to the studio.
And thank you very much, Pat. Live outside here at Fox 8 and looking perfect this morning. Very little problems weather-wise today. We did have rain over the weekend. Not a whole heck of a lot of rain, but that's going to change hopefully tomorrow and heading into a Wednesday and possibly Thursday. All right, before we check out the nuts and bolts of what's going to happen the rest of the week, we first send it back inside to Melissa Mack with a look at a couple of different things. Melissa.
That's right. We're going to top off right now, Scott, with temperatures. We're going to show you how it feels like to yourself out there. Well, the thermometer says it's about 55 in Cleveland, 60 Detroit, 66 in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Temperatures overall pretty comfortable, although some locations in the 40s. A light shower trying to press in here. Most likely this isn't even making it to the ground. If it is, just a few raindrops south central Michigan and right where they all touch Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. We're going to stay dry today. Dry across the Buckeye State. Next disturbance is off to our northwest. Here it is. This is for our next chance of rain, but with all the details for that coming in with Scott. Scott, when is our next chance of rain from this system?
Well, you know, Melissa, like you were talking about, probably tomorrow and into Wednesday. It's going to take a while for this thing to get going, and once it gets going, then we're really going to see the chances go up significantly over the next several days. Before that happens, notice the clouds in advance of that next system, trying to make its presence felt over Ohio. But the air is so dry, it's not only keeping us very cool, the clouds that are trying to work in from the northwest are being sheared apart. I know we've been saying this all summer long, but this has been a pattern that is really indicative of a drought. When you have a drought like this, not only is the ground dry, but the air stays very dry too, and so it takes a while for these systems to get going. So you really need a super strong cold front with a lot of moisture to break through this ridge of dry weather in order to produce those thunderstorms that we badly need at this point in time. The pattern, this is a pattern that existed back in 1988 during the drought and during the subsequent droughts back into the 90s, the few years that we have had very dry summers. So this low looks to be our best chance within the last couple of weeks. And I think this thing's going to get in here sometime during the day on Tuesday. Before that happens, enjoy the nice weather. Very low humidity, dew point only at 47 this morning. So incredibly cool. 55 Hopkins, 63 here in town, and Akron Canton 55, a whole lot cooler in some of those icebox communities outside of the city. So here's the trough. It means a little wave of low pressure, or several waves can actually form along it, but there's the incredibly dry air that shears apart these fronts. And again, we've had emails of people calling in. They've been watching radar. Storms develop in northwestern Ohio, and by the time they make it into Cleveland, the rain and the thunderstorms break apart entirely. So hopefully that does not happen tomorrow. This front will be our best chance here within the next couple of days, for the next couple of days. We'll have a chance tomorrow along that cold front. Chances are about 40% tomorrow. And then a very unusual pattern here. This front's going to get hung up to the south. It stalls out very close to Cleveland. If it stalls out right through central Ohio, we could have chances for thunderstorms each day as the storms will kind of propagate along this front on Wednesday and possibly into Thursday. So I know we're still talking about uncertainties in this forecast, but we're going to keep the chances in there just to play it safe, and hopefully this front hangs around a little longer, producing that badly needed rainfall. Forecast today, it'll be a dry one, very sunny, a nice day, low humidity. And with some clouds developing this afternoon, it will be more decorative than anything else. 82 today, could have a rumble of thunder tonight. Mainly cloudy, 65 tomorrow. Best chance for thunderstorms will be during the day, I think any time, morning, afternoon, into the early evening. Better chance in the afternoon as the temperatures warm up a little bit. Upper 70s and lower 80s. That stalled front on the 8-day could continue our chances for thunderstorms on Wednesday and into Thursday. Again, stay up with us on the latest on this forecast, because I can guarantee you this is going to change quite a bit depending on the position of this front, especially between now and Thursday. But right now the weekend looks perfect. Pick day of the week is Saturday, with highs on Saturday 75, mostly sunny, Sunday mostly sunny 77, and Monday of next week highs in the upper 70s to right around 80. So there you have it, guys. Looking pretty good. Yeah. Not only are we going to have dry weather too, but looking good in that we need the rain. I think we're going to get it at this point.
Oh, good. That's great news. Okay. Thank you so much. 16 minutes after 7 o'clock, 5 people are dead, hundreds more hurt after a magnitude 6.8 earthquake rocks Japan. This quake triggered several small tsunamis and a fire at a nuclear plant. Some older buildings have been reduced to rubble. Roads and bridges have buckled. Around 200 people were watching a badminton tournament inside one building when it collapsed. Only one person there was hurt. Well, UN inspectors confirm North Korea has shut down its only working nuclear reactor. In return, a shipment of oil has left South Korea heading for the north. North Korea says it's ready to start disabling the rest of its nuclear programs if the United States lifts all sanctions. The United Nations calls the reactor shutdown a step in the right direction.
Los Angeles Cardinal Roger Mahoney will appear before a judge today to finalize a $660 million payoff for sex abuse claims. 500 people who say they were abused by members of clergy will split the payout. Cardinal Mahoney says the settlement is the end of a long journey, but a survivors group says the money does not mean everything is okay. This is the Catholic Church's largest payout since the sex abuse scandal broke. In the state of Wyoming, a woman was singing on stage at a restaurant and a bar, and she was shot and killed, and police are looking for her estranged husband, who is a National Guardsman. The shot was fired from outside the bar, and witnesses say they saw her husband in that area at about that time.
The debate over the war in Iraq is reaching a boiling point in Washington. Democrats and some Republicans are backing proposals to reduce U.S. involvement. But as Doug Luzada reports from Washington, Congress is still struggling to reach an agreement.
This week, Congress will consider a Democratic proposal to pull most troops out of Iraq by next spring. But another plan, this one by Republicans, is getting even more attention. While Iraqis were reading about the back and forth on U.S.-Iraq policy, viewers in the U.S. were hearing about it, and it got loud.
Have you been to Iraq?
I have been to Afghanistan as a journalist.
Have you been to Iraq and talked to the soldiers?
You know, you haven't been to Iraq.
Have you ever been to Iraq? I've been there 7 times.
You go see the dog and pony shows. That's
I've
what,
been there as
that's
a
what
reservist.
congressmen do.
That's
right. We're glad you're working on it. We appreciate those first steps.
But it's a Republican senator who's drawing at least faint praise from an anti-war activist. John Warner is the co-sponsor of a plan calling on the president to shift U.S. strategy in Iraq by October.
And Senator Lugar and I simply say to the president, after that September information, address the American public and indicated what changes you're going to make in the strategy by the 16th of October.
The Warner-Lugar plan isn't fast enough for most Democrats who want a definite timeline for troop withdrawal, and the White House doesn't like it either.
They will come back. There will be in September, supplemented by a series of reports from the administration, from outside the administration, and that will be the time to consider the kinds of questions and issues these gentlemen have raised.
But the fact that two Republicans with respected foreign policy backgrounds have put forward this plan shows that the president will have to work hard now to solidify support even within his own party. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Doug, thank you for that report. 7:20 right now, 64 degrees outside on a Monday morning. Hope you can stay with us.
Still ahead, kicking it with Kenny. As a matter of fact, Kenny has found a way to beat the pain at the pump. Hey, Kenny, what's happening?
Real men drive scooters. That's all I have to say when we come back. We're going to talk to you about the scooter craze sweeping Cleveland. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us.
Coming up today at 10 on That's Life. A lot of stuff you're gonna like today.
From the east side to the west side, Metro Lexus is Cleveland's largest luxury dealer. Hi, I'm Dan Pyle, General Manager. I'm inviting you to take the Luxury Challenge today and experience the benchmark of quality service. Metro Lexus, as close to home as it gets.
Resolve presents new multi-fabric cleaner. You've had this couch for what, a few years? See what it used to look like?
Oh my gosh, we practically live on that couch.
That's why Resolve has come out with new multi-fabric cleaner. It's guaranteed to lift away dirt from those fabrics you can't fit in the washing machine. See the difference?
That's clean.
Wow, that looks great.
Also works on mattresses, drapes, and car upholstery.
Can you do the rest of it?
Trust Resolve. Forget stains. And for your toughest carpet stains, use Resolve Dual Power.
A shift has been made. Now power isn't sacrificed to achieve fuel efficiency. And cars that perform great on the road also perform great at the pump. Introducing the 36-mile-per-gallon Nissan Versa, 36-mile-per-gallon Sentra, 35-mile-per-gallon Altima. 3 powerful Nissan sedans with 35 miles per gallon or higher. Lease the 2007 Nissan Altima for $229 per month. Now, when you think power and fuel efficiency, think Nissan.
You've scrubbed your tub over and over and it's still ugly. Put an end to the hassle. Call Rebath at 1-800-BATHTUB. Rebath will cover that eyesore with a shiny new bathtub and wall surround in as little as 1 day at a fraction of the cost of replacement. Just pick your new colors and style. All Rebath products come with a lifetime warranty. Call today and make no payments for 12 months. You deserve a beautiful new bathroom. Don't monkey around. Call Rebath, America's largest bath remodeler, at 1-800-BATHTUB.
Selecting a monument is an important responsibility. For nearly 40 years, Milano Monuments has been creating memorials to help families remember their loved ones. But now, we've expanded to bring encouragement to the living. Our Life Center is located right inside our well-known Brook Park Road location, minutes from Hopkins Airport. Besides memorials, we have a large selection of Christian-inspired items, like books of encouragement, Bibles, artwork, statues, and gift items. Count on Milano Monuments to serve all your needs. That's what being a family business is all about. I'm Jim Milano. Thank you.
Today, get luxury for less at Metro Lexus.
You can drive a new ES350 or an RX350 for only $489 a month. It's your choice for only $489 a month.
Metro Lexus, as close to home as it gets.
Yeah, have you heard the news today? Money's on the menu in my favorite restaurant. Well, don't talk about quantity, cause there's no fish left ever seen.
Nice sunrise to start today. Very interesting shot, courtesy of one of our fax cams. If you can get to the TV set, hurry up, because you got about 2 seconds to see it. 7:23 your time right now, 64 degrees your temperature outside. Good morning, everybody.
All right, well, Kenny Crumpton, he's having a good time today.
Yes,
spinning around on 2 wheels out in Lakewood. Look at him go. Hi, Kenny.
Yes.
Look out for that truck.
Whoa. Be careful there, Kenny.
Of course. All righty. I like that. City service is hard at work. Okay, I'm hanging out with Phil at the Pride of the Cleveland Scooters. We're going to pop in here, do a little circle action. Okay, Phil. So, scooter sales picking up big time, eh? Talk to me, Phil, talk to him about scooter sales.
Oh, yeah.
Going crazy here in Cleveland, right?
Oh, it's absolutely nuts.
Yeah?
With the gas prices up, everybody wants the freedom. They want to move, they want to have fun, enjoy the sunshine. They're getting a scooter.
us about the scooter you're driving. That's a three-wheeled scooter. Talk to us about that one.
Yeah, it's an MP3. It's got 3 wheels on the ground at all times, so it can handle and do things other bikes just can't do.
That's pretty amazing. Now, who would you recommend that for? I mean, is that for the advanced rider or?
Really, what you do is you take a bike like this. If you're a novice rider, it makes you ride like a good rider.
Okay.
And if you're a good rider, you ride like a pro.
Now, explain the whole.
Yeah, it leans right over. So no matter how far you lean, you still got 2 wheels on the ground. You've got double the braking power of a normal bike. You've got double the traction of a normal bike.
Gotcha.
So you're much less likely to have one of those scary incidents on the road out there.
Now, what we're not known for our lengthy summers here, but still. The people in Cleveland are buying scooters out the wazoo. Yeah. Is it a definite correlation to the high gas prices?
I think it is, but it also, scooters have always been a passionate thing too. Yeah. People get into motor scooters, they do it because they really have a fondness for them. And we've got guys in Cleveland that do ride 12 months out of the year. Right. The rule is, no snow on the road, I gotta go. Yeah. It might be 28 degrees out, but I can bundle up.
So now this is a throwback in a sense, what I'm riding. Talk to us about this Vespa.
Retro Vespas have always been classy. From 1947 on, they've been the biggest deal. It's their 60th anniversary this year.
Really?
So it's a really big thing for them. They're doing a lot of retro throwback scooters this year.
Very popular bike in Italy.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is what got them going after the war and kept them going all these years later.
And it's not just kids who are riding. You see a lot of professionals. Are they coming in, getting scooters as well?
A whole lot of our people are that executive scooter shopper, the folks that are saying, look, I've got to commute back and forth to work every day. I can't stop going to work, but I'm tired of parking this big car. Yeah. I'm tired of paying for the gas in the tank. I'm getting on 2 wheels.
And then they can stick their briefcase in the back and then boom, and they're done. All right, so we'll look at some vintage scooters when we come back.
Very good, yeah.
Very good. All right, Pride of Cleveland Scooters right here in Lakewood. Shall we go off into the sunset?
I think we should ride into the sunset.
It's a very aggressive color he picked out for me. I don't know what he's trying to say. I guess this would be, Wayne, they have a pink one for you. But
well, I will say that your scooter is a lot squarer than his.
Hey, real men can drive powder blue scooters, buddy.
according to Kitty Crupton.
All right, let's see.
He looks pretty good on that thing.
7:26 your time right now. Stay with us on Fox 8 News.
Still to come, new reports filed yesterday show how much money Congressman Dennis Kucinich has raised and how much he has left in his presidential bid.
The Twins Day Festival down in Twinsburg getting a surprise. See how twin brothers are saying, thanks for the memories.
And should you have to pay to drive in New York City? A controversial plan goes before lawmakers today.
You're watching Fox 8 News, broadcast in high definition.
It's the way our vehicles come together that sets us apart. The Chrysler Pacifica Crossover. Announcing 0 Plus. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Chrysler Pacifica. Chrysler. Engineered beautifully.
Let's play Make a Pizza Deal. What would you pay for this large Marco's cheese pizza smothered with your favorite toppings?
$10.
Remember, Marco's uses only fresh cheese, not the frozen stuff those big chains buy in bulk.
$11.
$12. Wrong. Call right now and it's just $8.99.
$8.99?
What value? A large Marco's one topper made the authentic Italian way with Marco's special blend of 3 fresh cheeses for only $8.99.
That's a deal.
Taste Marco's fresh difference. Call now.
And see how perfectly she seats there? Yeah. So that's the goal of our surgery, is to get this to look like this when we're done. So we're going to take out the old hardware from the operation when she was a baby. Yeah. So she did great. Got a good positioning of the hip, so hopefully she'll do well. Let's go find the family.
Get everyone rolling with a smart deal on high-speed internet from Windstream. Just $14.99 a month with no contract. From handling homework to downloading photos and more. Do it all at super high speed. Act now for this limited time offer and get it all for just $14.99 a month. Test drive Windstream broadband today with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Call 1-877-328-WIND or log on to windstream.com. Windstream, grow places.
There's a time for us to let go. There's a time for holding on.
Update now on some breaking news this morning. You're looking at pictures from the Miami International Airport. Police say that there are major delays at that airport this morning after police say a suspicious package forced them to evacuate an entire terminal.
Yeah, as you can see from this video here, passengers are lining up. This is outside Terminal F, which serves United Airlines domestic and international flights. Look at all those people just sitting there and waiting. The TSA has been brought in to evaluate this package, but they now say no device was found in it, but they're still taking every precaution. So no word yet on when that terminal will reopen. You can see just tons of people hanging out outside Terminal F there, waiting for them to allow them back into the airport. But we got some major delays out there in Miami.
If you're just getting up this morning, 7:30 exactly, 7:31 right now. That's your time. 64 degrees outside. And Scott is hanging out in the front yard with a look at our forecast. Hey, Scott, good morning.
Hey, Wayne, good morning. Good morning, Tracy and everybody. Beautiful start to the day today. We've had more days over the last couple of weeks with morning overnight lows in the 50s, it seems, than we've had in the 60s. And that's going to continue here for at least one more day. A lot of sunshine today, an uneventful day, very comfortable. Dew points in the low 50s, and with daytime highs around 82, very little chance we're going to get any real increase in humidity by the evening commute. So other than that, the weather is going to stay relatively quiet. That changes, though, tomorrow and into Wednesday. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. Couple chances for rain. In fact, 3 significant chances, at least 3 days, that we could have some potential rainfall. Hopefully that occurs. We'll see.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Was it a deep state of depression or was it a calculated murder? Either way, a mother will stand trial for killing her own son.
He died in a fire at the family's home. Fox 8 News reporter Stacey Fry is live outside Lake County Court, where that trial begins today. Stacey.
Good morning, Tracy and Wayne. Lisa Henry's family said they had no idea that she was so depressed. A lifetime of taking care of her disabled son, then the death of her mother. Last September, she called her husband at work and told him that she wanted to be in heaven with her mom. John Henry rushed home and found the house on fire. Lisa was in the bathtub. Wrists lit a suicide note nearby. He rescued her and their 1-, 2-, and 3-year-old grandchildren, but the flames were too much to get anywhere near the couple's son, Mike. The 25-year-old had cerebral palsy and couldn't walk. Everyone we talked to at the time said Lisa was devoted to taking care of her son.
She just flipped out, and she needs medical care. There's no doubt about it.
A great person, very, very nice person, very loving person. She has, who would bring in, I mean, open their doors to their entire family when their kids are down on their luck and take care of everybody? Bad people don't do that.
Lisa Henry, a mother and grandmother, charged with aggravated murder and aggravated arson. The court has determined that she is competent to stand trial. That trial begins today.
All right. Stacey Fry from Painesville, thank you. Well, investigators are looking for the cause of a house fire in Canton that killed a 13-year-old boy. This started on Saturday morning at a home on 9th Street Northwest. James and Linda Crislip managed to escape, but their 13-year-old son could not. Firefighters what they believe to be Michael's body on the front porch. His parents say he was trying to escape, but they think the porch roof collapsed. The family is devastated.
It's just too much flames and fire.
He loved everything. I just can't believe it.
He's the best kid in the world to me.
A Starr County coroner has not yet made a positive identification because the boy's body was burned so badly. The house was destroyed, and the Red Cross is providing temporary shelter for the family there. A young woman is killed and her passenger seriously hurt when a car and train collide out in Lorain County. Witnesses say 18-year-old Amanda White drove her Ford Escort right into the path of an oncoming train. The conductor saw the car and blew the whistle, but it was too late. The car was dragged 2,000 feet before the train finally stopped. The passenger, 25-year-old Todd Dennis, is in serious condition at Metro this morning.
The race for the White House is turning into a year-long dash for cash, and Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich is getting lapped. Kucinich has raised $1 million since January, and he's not even close to the favorites, Senators Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. They have both raised more than $30 million, putting them on pace to raise $90 to $100 million by the end of the year. It's a double donation for the annual festival with an international reputation. Every year, Twins Day brings thousands of twins to the city of Twinsburg. One set of twin farmers who just passed away are donating most of their estate to the festival. Bachelors John and William Riff from Pennsylvania loved attending Twins Day so much they wrote it into their will. The sale of their 150-acre farm outside Philadelphia expected to make $3 to $4 million for Twins Day.
What a nice gift there. 7:35 right now, 65 degrees outside on a Monday morning. Time to give you another look at your Monday morning commute.
We're having a very pleasant ride out here this morning. We're making our way up 271 right now, and everything here northbound just before Route 8 looks really terrific. But where we have a little bit of congestion is over on 77. If we can switch to that camera, we'll let you know that due to the earlier accident at 77 and East 9th Street, which has been cleared away, it did leave behind a residue of extremely heavy traffic, and that starts pretty much at Rockside and continues all the way up into downtown. We're live from Skyfox HD. Back to the studio.
Pat, thank you. 7:35 is your time right now. Stay with us on Fox 8 News.
Still to come, whatever happened to the sequel that was supposed to follow the X-Files movie? Now, almost 10 years later, we may finally see it.
And what gadgets do you want in your car of the future? We'll listen to your ideas next in Fox Unplugged.
Coming up on the next morning show, females who snapped.
It's a terrifying look at ordinary women who turn into cold-blooded killers.
How did it happen and what drove them to murder?
Then his identity was stolen.
You know, I really got a raw deal here.
You won't believe who the thief was and how he got away with it. It's coming up on the morning show.
This morning at 9 on Fox 8.
Over 100 years of engineering breakthroughs, and now is your time to break through to professional grade. It's the GMC Summer Sell-Down on a great selection of 07 models. Right now, get 0% APR or $2,000 total cash back when you purchase any all-new 07 Sierra 1500 Extended or Crew Cab. It's time to break through to professional grade at the GMC Summer Sell-Down. For more information, log on to gmcohio.com.
Hey, guy from work I don't really know.
I don't know your name, so I'll just call you a dude.
To be polite, I'll talk to you, but I really just want to eat my breakfast.
I'm so hungry, I don't hear a word you're saying. So I'm gonna look at my watch, act like I'm late.
Hey, well, hope I don't see you later.
Me too.
Who has time to talk when McDonald's has a delicious breakfast sandwich for every taste? Bagels, biscuits, McMuffin and McGriddle sandwiches. And don't forget our premium roast coffee.
1918, 1957, 1968. There were 3 flu pandemics in the 20th century. Health experts know it will happen again. We don't know when, but there are simple steps you can take to prepare now. Keep your cupboards full of food, water, and medicines. Wash your hands often. To learn more, go to ohiopandemicflu.gov.
In the future, everyone will protect their eyes from sun damage like they protect their skin. Transitions lenses. They automatically adjust to changing light and block harmful UV rays and glare. So don't wait until tomorrow. The danger is here today, and so is the protection. Ask your eye care professional about Transitions. Authentic Transitions lenses are available at EyeMasters.
Well, howdy there, folks. Time to go to the fair. The Summit County Fair is back in action from July 24th through the 29th. Admission to the fair is only $5, with children 8 and under free. Unlimited ride wristbands are just $10. Don't miss out on the Demolition Derby, the tractor pull, and our always popular motocross competition. Go to summitfair.com or call 330-633-6200 for more information. Don't miss this year's Summit County Fair at the fairgrounds off Route 91, just north of Howe Road in Talmadge.
I had no choice but to get down, 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 dance. Nothing left for me to do but dance. All these bad times I'm going through, just dance.
There he is, Captain Bob. His hands just dancing around in the air this morning. Saying hello to Northeast Ohio. How you doing, Captain Bob? 7:39 right now. 65 degrees outside. Time to get unplugged on a Monday morning.
Yeah, we're talking about gadgets that you would like to have in your car. And we want to know what you think. What about you, Todd? What kind of gadgets would you like to have in your car? Do you care?
Just like my CD player to work.
Just want to get it fixed.
That's all I need. We had a guy call from an audio store. And he said, "Come on out, have it fixed for you."
See, there you go.
I'm gonna. I just got to take it to the dealer because I got the warranty.
What's wrong with it? It just won't play.
It's warranty. No, one of the kids shoved the disc in there.
Oh, no.
It won't come out. But I appreciate the offer, thank you. Yeah, there was a survey that was done, the top 10. People like hands-free phones, want the emergency SOS function, the navigation, the theft recovery, the MP3, stuff like that. So we decided to go off the board. What would you like to see? What would be something fun you'd like to see? Mangello says, I would love internet access built into the car, the radio, so I could listen to podcasts. Pretty good idea. I love Fox 8 from Lorraine says, I agree with Tracy. The pacifier picker-upper would be really nice. But what I would really like is a window silencer in the back seat. If the kids start screaming, just kind of roll up the window.
I forgot about that.
And no more crying. That'd be really nice. Sue in Medina, I would love to have one of those scrolling signs in my back window. With so many terrible drivers out there, it'd be nice to leave them a message as I'm passing by.
Get off my tail, or
turn
off your brights.
Well, and I've heard more people want the scrolling message thing.
I thought maybe the license plate would flip, and you can type in a a message or something, or you could say a message and it would come up on the board.
That could cause road rage depending what you put in there.
Well, yes, it could, because they'd have to block some words out. I think.
I like that idea, though.
Here's some voicemails.
Something I'd like to see in cars would be people paying attention and people that can speak English.
What I'd like to see in automobiles again is vent windows and a decent-sized ashtray for my cigar. You have a good day. Bye.
I would love to have some type of in-seat porta-potty gadget. That way you never got to leave your vehicle when you're on the road. Or you just left work, you get that spur of the moment urge to use the bathroom, you ain't got to go back or you ain't got to rush to get from A to Z.
The porta potty, huh?
Yeah, you know what? But who would clean it out?
I was trying to think of how you do that one.
Dude, what do you?
How do I even? I mean, you just is it like a plane where you have to dump the ice thing?
Maybe he'll call back and give us some more details.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Great idea. You just got a hole in your seat or what?
I don't know.
What if you fall through?
And then what about the guy behind you?
I know a guy who has a porta potty in his van.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
he has it in his van.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't know about emptying it or anything like that.
I don't know.
how
That's
he
fine. We
gets
don't have to
rid
go
of
into
it.
detaels.
What you ask him about that, Wayne?
You can give us a call. I smell
I'll
a
see him
story
at church
there.
Sunday. I'll ask.
216-432-4259. You can go to myfoxcleveland.com and send us your emails. Be creative. I want to see what you'd like to see in your automobiles or vans or porta potties in the vans.
Oh.
Thanks. This is
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
42 your time right now. Stay with us on Fox 8 News.
Still to come this morning, Scott and Melissa fill us in on the forecast. And Pat is looking for trouble spots on the morning commute.
Also here this morning, will New Yorkers have to pay for driving their cars? A controversial plan to ease congestion has tempers flaring in the Big Apple. Hey, Pat, good morning.
Good morning. We're a little bit off on the time this morning, but we're sending our Skyfox salute this hour up to Euclid, and it's going out to Jesse Sherman. And Jesse, we're joining your dad, Jamie, in wishing you a cool, very cool day. And if you'd like a Skyfox salute, just go to myfoxcleveland.com, click on the morning show and the Skyfox icon. Lots more news and scooting around coming up after the break.
You're watching Fox 8 News. Broadcast in high definition.
Hey,
Hey, Mr. Opportunity again. And if you wish you were driving that beautiful Accord, well, now's the time to make it happen, because it's the Honda clearance. So it's your chance to choose the Accord sedan of your dreams for a deal that's absolutely dreamy.
Hey, way to go, Mr. O.
Looks like another satisfied customer. The 2007 Honda clearance. Now you can lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers. I'm Mr. Opportunity. I'm back, and I'm knocking.
You're the first one in and the last one out. You work hard, even when you're sitting down. But while your days are full, sometimes your wallet isn't. We know. So Advance America is here for you with the money you need, plus a little extra. A $25 bonus for all new customers. That's a $25 cash bonus because you advance America.
The life of a Dairy Queen Blizzard cake. First, your favorite candy goes inside a blizzard. The blizzard then goes inside a blizzard cake, which goes inside your mouth. And then inside your tummy. But wait 20 minutes before you go inside the ocean, or else you could end up inside a whale. The end.
With the amazing DQ Blizzard Cakes, you get to choose which Blizzard flavor you want. Now that's a good reason to celebrate. Do one and DQ something different.
The most important thing that's keeping us from achieving is our own choices. So take the time, get yourself checked out now before you get checked out. At Neon, we believe in feeling good. Feel good.
Milano Monuments features handcrafted memorials and a new religious gift and bookshop. Milano Monuments, 14600 Brook Park Road. I'm Jim Milano.
I wanted to add something new to our relationship, but I was afraid to bring it up. Then a close friend turned us on to KiaMatch.com, and in just minutes, we found the perfect companion for both of us.
The Kia Sportage. I felt so safe.
And with 28 miles per gallon, we could just go forever.
Find your match at KiaMatch.com or visit your Northern Ohio Kia retailers.
Missed your favorite show? Check out Fox On Demand.
This is the last day you're going to see us doing the set from here.
And we're just hours away from the debut of our new high-tech home. You'll be able to see our cool new set for the first time tonight on Fox 8 News at 5 o'clock. And there's all sorts of new toys, including 20 new high-definition monitors, the biggest, a giant 131-inch screen. Stay with us because coming up at 8 o'clock, Suzanne is going to give us a tour of everything. And it is very, very nice. We're going to be looking good.
We've been practicing all week.
We have
and can't wait to sit up
every
there.
day last week.
Yes, we have. All right. Well, we want to see what the weather is going to be like today. Scott is out in the front yard. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat, or maybe it's a mucklehead. Hey, Scott.
Yeah, I tell you what, we've had a lot of them here the last couple weeks, and it's certainly possible. So one of those could have crept inside. Weather's very quiet now. That's going to change, though, as we look at the maps down the road a piece in the next 24 hours. And here's our Foxcast. Watch what happens late tonight and tomorrow. A cold front will emerge from the northwest. Now, we've had a handful of these over the last 4 to 6 weeks, and each time they get here, they break apart. Maybe you remember radar over the last couple weeks if you've been watching. Most of these storms have basically hit Cleveland and completely fell apart. Hopefully this one will be a little bit different, and this pattern's a little bit different in that this front's going to get hung up just to the south of us with this pattern that's going to hang around for a couple days. We'll not only have a chance for a few thunderstorms tomorrow, but again on Wednesday and Thursday if this front just meanders nearby. And if it does, that means that front could stall out, and again, hopefully we get some badly needed rainfall out of this over the next several days. All right, let's send it back inside to Melissa Mack with a look, different perspective on the weather. Melissa.
Yeah, you know what, Scott? We will take the rain. And how about some cooler temperatures like over the weekend? It was really nice. We're going to be a little warmer today. Temperatures near 80, and we'll stay near 80 degrees through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. By the weekend, though, you see a little dive here. The shades of green, cooler shades move in. Temperatures will actually be considered below normal, but highs near 70, so very comfortable this weekend. And at this point, it looks like it will be dry. We're going to head right back upstairs now to get your traffic report with Pat Brady. Good morning.
Hi there, Melissa. like most folks down below, we're having a very pleasant ride this morning, and we're traveling northbound on 271 right now. Just getting ready to pass over the Cedar Brainerd exit, and local and express lanes all doing extremely well this morning, all the way up from 77. Everything checks out perfectly fine, but we'll take a ride over and take a look at the Fox Cam. For those of you who are heading for 77, we had an earlier bumper thumper up on right by East 9th Street, right at the split, and before it got cleared away, traffic got backed up and is still pretty dense from just about Rockside on and off all the way up into downtown Cleveland. But right now, all the lanes are open, and that's really good news. But as you head out this morning, full sun, so don't forget your glasses. We're live from Skyfox HD. Back to Wayne and Tracy.
Pat, thank you. Today, lawmakers in New York will take a look at a controversial plan that would force people to pay to drive in parts of the Big Apple. Supporters say it will ease congestion and help fight global warming. Anyone who drives a car into Manhattan south of 86th Street would have to pay $8. Truck drivers would have to pay $21. Opponents say it would hurt more than it helps.
And I'll call it pro-congestion tax because it really is a tax, and it's a tax that disproportionately affects the middle class and poorer people. It's a regressive tax. It's the kind of tax where poor and middle class people pay the same amount as rich people.
The plan is patterned after one that went into effect in London a few years ago. The fees are double there. It has reduced congestion there by about 20%, we're told.
Well, fans have been waiting for a long time. Now it looks like a sequel to the X-Files movie may be picking up steam now. David Duchovny told reporters that he's supposed to read the script in about a week. He said both he and co-star Gillian Anderson are on board. Creator Chris Carter co-wrote the script and will direct. The X-Files ran on Fox from 1993 to 2002, and the movie came out in 1998. The sequel was delayed because Carter filed a lawsuit against Fox, but that has now been settled. Well, coming up at 8 o'clock, what you can do if your spouse just doesn't want to talk. We're going to learn the secrets to opening up in today's love and marriage.
And we're riding with Kenny this morning, but Kenny, that helmet leaves a little to be desired.
What are you talking about? I got out of your closet.
yeah.
We're punching the pump here, proud of Cleveland Scooters. When we come back, we're going to show you some vintage scooters that are really, really cool. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us.
Loves their car more than a Mercedes-Benz owner. And now's the best time to get special offers on select models at the Mercedes-Benz Summer Love event. But hurry, this event ends soon. Take advantage now before your chance at true love runs out.
This is a pen. A what? A pen. Oh, a pen. This is a cone. A what? A cone. Oh, a cone. This is a hole. A what? A hole. A hole! Ah!
Life comes at you fast.
Calling me?
Ron, am I covered?
You're covered. With our exclusive nationwide Blue Ribbon claim services, there's nothing to worry about after your car's been in an accident. We can even guarantee all repairs in writing for as long as you own the car.
Told you we were covered.
To switch to Nationwide, call an agent today.
Nationwide is on your side.
Hey, guy from work, I don't really know.
I don't know your name, so I'll just call you a dude.
To be polite, I'll talk to you, but I really just want to eat my breakfast.
I'm so hungry, I don't hear a word you're saying. So I'm gonna look at my watch, act like I'm late.
Hey, well, hope I don't see you later.
Me too.
Who has time to talk when McDonald's has a delicious breakfast sandwich for every taste? Bagels, biscuits, McMuffin and McGriddle sandwiches. And don't forget our premium roast coffee.
The new BMW 5 Series with a more powerful engine, spacious Dakota leather seats, near perfect 50-50 weight distribution, and an elegantly redesigned interior. Nothing holds performance and luxury in a more perfect balance. Lease a BMW 528i for $569 a month until July 31st.
I can't give you nothing more if you ain't giving nothing to me. Don't you know that? You make me love you, baby.
And welcome back to Fox 8 News in the morning. One of our Fox cams looking west. You're looking at the Gold Coast of Lakewood at 7:53 in the morning, and it's 66 degrees outside. Good morning, everybody.
All right, speaking of Lakewood, that's where Kenny is. He's rolling around on a scooter this morning trying to beat the pain at the pump. Hi, Kenny.
That's right, and this is a way to beat it. $6, 300 miles for $6. Can't beat that. That's just awesome. All right, now speaking of boys with toys, now look at these guys, they have their sidecars out there. Doing a little sidecar trick. There you go, I see that's Phil. With Pride of Cleveland Scooters, showing us his sidecar prowess. Yes, indeed, on his scooter. Of course, we don't recommend you do this at home, but because sidecars are tricky to drive because you have to factor in the weight and the balance and everything else. Okay, here he comes. Look at this guy. Yeah, notice we're in a parking lot and he is wearing a helmet, and we're not on the street doing this. Okay, Phil, bring it in, bring it in. We're gonna talk about vintage scooters. We have some vintage scooters over here. Okay, now you look both ways. That's very safe. Come on up so we can talk about some of the vintage scooters. Well, first of all, tell us about the sidecar you have here.
You can take scooters, and on the vintage style scooters, you can actually take sidecars and put them on just like they did in the old days to increase the carrying capacity. And now you got a grocery hauler.
Exactly.
You can fit a whole lot of groceries in a sidecar rig, and they'll hold up to about 450 pounds.
But they're tricky to drive, though. They're
they
really
are.
tricky.
You know, as you can see, we can do a lot of fun stuff with them.
Yeah.
But unless you're an experienced rider, you know, you really have to know what you're doing to go out and have fun on the sidecar rig.
Okay, well, let's talk about vintage scooters. Let's start over here with this one. This is kind of like the Goldwing, an old school Goldwing.
Yeah, it is. You
Vespa.
know, in 1978, that was probably the queen of the prom. That right there is somebody that loved their bike. They really added a lot to it. It's got a stereo system.
And that's a
additional
Vespa,
lighting.
correct?
That is. That's a 78 Vespa P200.
And your wife is sitting on another Vespa.
She's sitting on our friend Adam's bike. This bike has a name. It's Lola. And Lola looks like an old 60s scooter, but actually underneath, she has a Fireball engine, and she will go 70 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah, so
Very
it looks
nice.
old, but it goes really fast.
There's another Vespa right next to her.
Yeah, a little Tonka truck colored Vespa. Yeah. And then we've got a classic girl, you know, 1963 Vespa. So, you know, back then they had the little 8-inch wheels.
Right.
So now technology moved on. We got bigger wheels on them now. They're a little more stable.
Okay.
But, you know, back when Italy was getting back on its feet again, this is what got everything moving.
And you got a little spare tire behind here. I saw that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, traditionally all the Vespas have always carried their own spare tire.
Now, are there still a lot of vintage scooter riders out there that won't ride anything but, you know, vintage
There
scooters?
sure are. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you know, there are big swap meets every year in this area that are just for vintage scooter riders, for vintage people. There are vintage purists. Folks that said, no, I don't want an automatic transmission. I want something that you have to shift gears on. You got to know about how to work on it. You know, a little more maintenance. It's like owning an old Volkswagen.
Yeah, exactly. And then, all right, so when we come back, we're going to show some of the newer things that are out there. Now, what's really interesting, Doug, if you can show that scooter right there, that's a new scooter, but they made it look old, right?
Yeah, actually what they did is by using the old tooling, the tooling that was left over from the old days, they can produce scooters with modern technology, modern safety features, but have that same classic look.
Very cool. All right, Pride of Cleveland Scooters right here in Lakewood, Ohio. A lot of good stuff, Wayne. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
That yellow one to do.
I don't know. Probably the one his wife's on. Yeah.
The yellow one will do.
No, that was yours. All right, we'll sell you the yellow one.
You want the yellow so they can see you coming.
That's right. That's right. The latest news, weather, and traffic coming up next.
Plus love and marriage. We'll be right back.
What was once a measure of precision is now being taken for a little drive. A highly responsive IS from Lexus. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models for a limited time